KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller. I've got Alex Keary here with me, and we sure do appreciate you joining us.
The cynicism in the room's thick already.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I blame?
What?
GLP-1s cause cynicism.
I've got GLP-1 brain.
You know you got GLP cynicism?
Yeah.
That's where this is coming from. I was like, why is he so cynical? And it's not because you come into the office, I don't know, every day for the last 20-something years that I've known you with a little bit of like a
chip on my shoulder.
You know what I hate? And I appreciate it because it actually gets me thinking most of the time. But I think it's gone too far.
Right? I had a win though today on the way in.
What'd you do?
So there was a mystery backup on I-15, kind of around South Salt Lake. Yeah. But I'm talking standstill.
Yeah, the stopped ones you're going something big's going on.
And I thought to myself, well, if I get caught in this, we
might not be able to do Brightside.
And so you know what I did? I used my secret weapon, which I don't know. I hesitate to bring it up.
An electric bike in your trunk?
No.
What?
I used the collector.
Oh, I love the collectors. Love them.
Because it was right there. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. And I zipped off, passing everybody.
Yeah,
and then I got back on there at 13th and then zipped off at 6th, and I was done. And I thought to myself, boy, that really worked out.
What are you doing here? I took the 104 to 13th South.
Onto the collector.
Yeah. The collector, the opposite direction, is the one I always used to do because I always had to take I-80 out to Foothill every day.
Yeah.
And so I would do the same thing where I would just be like, you suckers, you think that you have to get off here and then go to the 201. You don't. Mm-mm. You get on this thing and you go onto I-80 just like I'm going to. I'd be driving by people.
Ding, ding.
Flipping the bird on the way by. I'd be like, you fools.
All right. This is what we're going to talk about now. We've got a story from KSL TV. About a truck.
This is wild.
That was struck by lightning on I-15, and you got to watch this. We're going to watch the whole thing.
Oh,
it's phenomenal.
Our colleague Andrew Adams, man, I love this guy. And
he's a good dude.
This story is right for him. Man.
And can we talk a little bit about Andrew Adams' history?
Yeah.
Because we've known Andrew Adams
the same amount of time. Yeah.
He joined KSL around the same time we did. Radio guy first.
He was a radio
guy for years.
He was a radio reporter for a long, long time,
And then TV was like, you know what? There is one handsome guy in radio.
Oh?
There's one handsome dude. It's Andrew Adams.
And
why is he on radio? Let's get him over on TV. Oh, yeah. And that was it.
Worked out. All right, here was his story last night. It's wild.
Now, the driver definitely could not believe that this happened. Really long odds for this to happen to anyone on the freeway traveling at freeway speeds. But that's the story this driver is sharing tonight.
Yeah.
And it was so fast. It took a second or 2 seconds to register.
On a rural stretch of I-15.
And it's a downpour, torrential downpour.
It was a jolt that came from the clouds.
It didn't feel like I hit anything, but my whole truck just got hit.
Casey Pettis.
And then a big flash of light.
Says it took a second to register.
And then I was like, holy cow, I just got struck by lightning. And then my truck shut off. Had to, kind of muscle it off the road.
No more power steering.
5 minutes of getting out.
That's my truck.
And then it just caught fire.
It's on fire now.
My whole truck is up in flames.
And
That's
even
phenomenal.
first responders were in disbelief.
It was a weird scene to see.
Corporal Justin Faust said he'd only seen one other car struck by lightning.
It just fully wiped out their electrical system, but it didn't catch their vehicle on fire. So it's, I guess, just a random what you're going to get.
Yeah, well, that's what you're going to get.
With travelers in awe at the fire.
It's still even hard for me to comprehend that this even happened, right?
Pettis and his family were amazed by the odds.
Looks like a bomb went
he
off.
asked chat, and he's like, what are the chances of this? And it's like 1 in 100 million.
An improbable outcome.
Super crazy.
Out of the blue on the interstate.
Definitely feel blessed and lucky to be unharmed and be alive.
I don't know if he's blessed necessarily.
Lucky
His truck
to
burned
be
up,
alive, but definitely an unlucky trip. Pettis said before the fire, he had encountered a blowout with his rear left tire. He was just trying to get off the freeway safely at an exit to get that repaired when the lightning bolt hit. And also, he's a contractor. His tools were in the cab, and they did not survive the
What?
fire.
That's sad.
I love it. They're like, we recovered the remains of your tools. So you want to take them?
The tools did not survive.
Okay, so first of all, obviously the truck being struck by lightning and catching on fire is the best video and the best kind of that. If it's on fire, it's going to be on the news. Here's the thing, though. They buried the lead on this big time. He's getting, his tire blows out.
Yeah.
He has to get off the freeway. While he's already experiencing a thing that does not happen very often.
Yeah.
He gets struck by lightning, which definitely doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Okay? So now he did a thing where I think a lot of people do it, and we'll allow people to just go, I talked to a friend, and they're just talking about ChatGPT. I was talking to a friend, and we checked it on chat, and turns out that
1 in 100 million, right?
1 in 100 million odds. Okay?
Do we do the math on that?
I double-checked with Copilot on the odds, because I think what's
we
his name?
need to, because this is a news station.
You have to fact-check. People like this just get on there and say whatever they want. This guy with his truck on fire, and then he just goes out there and says, oh, I know how this works. I know what the math is. So here's what it says. The chances of your car being struck by lightning while driving on the freeway and catching on fire, because I put that in there.
Yeah.
The chance of a specific car being struck by lightning in any given situation is estimated somewhere around 1 in several hundred million.
Several hundred million.
No. Several hundred thousand.
Oh, 1 in several hundred thousand.
Sorry, way lower is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It basically happens every day. No, but it just says now. It says exact odds will be affected greatly by where you live, how much you drive in thunderstorms, etc. And that makes sense, right? Now thunderstorms are popping up quite a bit, and we had big ones yesterday all across the state of Utah, and we're in that time of year where it happens.
Yeah, we had big rain in my house. It was terrible.
Then it said it's an uncommon outcome for the car to catch on fire. However, electrical systems, things like that. So trying to account for that is a little bit of a tougher thing. It says being struck by lightning, it's already extremely rare. Being struck and then having to catch on fire, a little bit more rare.
Okay.
However, I added a little bit extra to it.
Okay.
So several hundred thousand.
Yeah.
1 in several hundred thousand. That is not 100 million, okay? Okay? But tell your friends. But here's the thing, is he actually has this other thing. What are the odds that you could be struck by lightning after you had a tire blowout and you were hit while you were trying to drive off of the freeway? Now we're talking.
Okay, all right.
The odds become so astronomically small that they're basically impossible to calculate from real-world human data.
That's what it said. It wouldn't give you a number?
No number, because it's impossible. So this guy actually has quite a story. Like I said, you add the tire blowout, and it says that the odds become so astronomically, it's basically impossible to calculate from real-world data. You're stacking multiple rare events: a tire blowout on the freeway, being outside, partly outside of your vehicle while no, that one says if you were dealing with it. You weren't dealing with it. A thunderstorm with active lightning overhead. Lightning strike occurring at the same exact location and moment as you're getting off of the freeway to fix your tire on another event. The strike hitting you rather than a nearby pole or tree or ground hitting your vehicle. Each event is uncommon on its own. Once you multiply these together, it produces a probability that would be far smaller and the already tiny chance of this happening. They will not calculate it. So there you go.
So what's interesting about this too is he had the rear tire blowout.
Yeah.
He gets off the goes to get off the freeway.
Yeah.
Struck by lightning, car burns up. The tire that blew out survived the fire.
I know. And so of all the things, the irony is, and this is where the cynicism got thick, because Ethan and I suppose what a insurance estimator would do. Well, the tire blowing out, I can't help you on that.
So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to delete that line item there.
So there's that. But also,
now we're not going to cover the tire.
But let me get this straight. Were you getting off of the freeway because of the tire? Ooh. So if you wouldn't have gotten off the freeway, we could probably suppose you weren't going to get hit by lightning. I'm going to go ahead and say this is a you problem. That's where the cynicism came in. I know that it's probably not like that. Your insurance company will probably cover it. Maybe. But all I'm saying is that this is the wildest event, and that's what the insurance, I feel like, would say, too. Be like, actual numbers cannot describe how this would actually happen, so we technically think that it's in a dark area that doesn't exist. This is the dark web of car accidents. It doesn't exist.
I love that idea of an insurance company looking at it and saying, well, we didn't strike your car by lightning. Why should we pay for it?
Or they go, listen, we'll pay out the whole car. It's totaled by the lightning. You know, we're just so glad that you got it. You know they do that. You know they do that.
Because it caught fire, it's only worth the scrap value.
No, there's that. But then there's also the moment they go, all right, the truck. So it came back, and it looks like the truck was worth $33,000. We're going to give you $31,700 because the tire actually doesn't count as part of that.
It was a separate non-covered event.
Now, if you want to open another claim with that, we're fine with that, but it's a deductible of $700. You know what I mean? Like, again, we're just trained by the stupidity of, and we pay our insurance premiums and then just get killed over it. You know what I mean?
I will say this, watching that, how do I phrase this? There's something about having your crap set on fire.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And just
sort of resets
and just
life.
being forced to walk away from it.
Yeah. There is part of me that, like, I'm like this where I go, gosh, I can't believe that. Oh, my truck tools. Oh no. And then I think to myself, I'm gonna get those nice tools now. I'm gonna get that nice truck now. There's part, like, I think of that stuff. I told you my kid the other day goes, so if our house burned down, would we get all new stuff? And I was like, settle down with how excited you are about this, dude.
So
I don't like it at all.
So I used to have. So I know someone whose house burned down. Well, I should say this.
It's a tragedy. Did they get all the stuff?
Well, almost burned down enough they had to move out of it.
Right. Yeah.
And the smoke damage was such that it had to be completely gutted. But here's what happened though, and you think to yourself, wow, full remodel.
Yeah.
To the studs.
Sure.
Amazing.
Didn't do it.
That's not what happened.
Right, they cut it right along where the smoke line was on the drywall.
It's not like that. The smoke damage was complete.
Right.
That was floor to ceiling tear out. They took out all the carpets, all the floors, all the wall board, the ceilings, everything. It was a complete total tear. It wasn't that. It was the fact that when they came through and they started to do the work to restore the home, they discovered all the ways in which the house was built, having been built 45 years ago. There were things that had to be changed, and it has cost these people a fortune.
Because they go, well, the insurance covers this, and it covers your 31-year-old furnace, but we don't have one on hand here, and we're not allowed to put it in because of the code.
But they're like, okay, so we need to put in all this electrical, but your house doesn't have this and this and this, which means you're going to have to pay to bring these things up to code, and it has been hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I just got done
out of pocket.
I just got done convincing myself not to be so cynical. I'm back.
You're back?
I'm back to being cynical again.
Look, as far as I can tell, the only way that, and of course I'm not an expert on this, right? But as far as I can tell, the only way for your house to be burned up and then really be made whole on the rebuild or on the restoration is if it was like down completely to the point where there's nothing left of the home, or the home is new enough and built well enough and built up to code enough that they can just go in and kind of restore everything. If anything else has to be changed, it's going to be a problem.
I remember them saying they were like, it's basically a 1-for-1 thing on the replacement. And so, yeah, it seems it would be that way. All right, Millard.
Unky Ben says, what blasphemous phrase do you think he uttered right before the lightning struck?
Oh, listen, it was because of the tire that he uttered that blasphemous phrase, right?
Yeah, he got the tire. He cursed to high heaven, and then lightning hit him. He hasn't mentioned that yet.
You did this. Yeah.
He hasn't mentioned that yet.
Bam. Yeah, he didn't, and he probably shouldn't.
He hasn't mentioned that about. He hasn't mentioned how he hasn't missed church since this happened.
My ex-wife. Yeah.
All right, you've got a news for the 1% you want to do, right?
Yeah. Should we play the intro for it here, Kaylin? I think we probably have it, so I just don't.
Sec.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm kind of going after this, but I found this and I thought it was fascinating.
I haven't seen it. I've not seen this at all. So you're going to have to roll this out completely.
Right. You wouldn't have seen it. So let's do it.
Your net worth is less than $10 million. Don't even bother listening to our news for the 1%.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm worth more than $10 million. Tell your friends.
That's what I tell people. I go, you hear Ethan the other day? He said it. He said he's worth more. So I don't know what to tell you. All right. So the thing that what's funny about it is finding all these different stories about rich people. I always think it's pretty funny. So part of the thing that we do on this program, do you want to roll out can we roll out the guy first? I don't know. Do we have a mug shot? Do we have a mug shot?
Let me get that.
So I just want to bring this up. This has nothing to do with rich people, but it has to do with the fact that I'm sure that this guy being rich is makes people angry. But there's this guy who is a Powerball winner from last year, and he won the Powerball, and now he's been arrested for domestic violence. And so now obviously being rich doesn't necessarily. Oh, there he is.
Hold on, I don't see it.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at him on the.
Hold on, I'm going back to X. This is
I'm ruining Caitlin's life.
It's just going to show the whole thing. But
there he is. Does that look like a guy who's got $140 million in the bank? By the way,
it does not.
I guess
I
if
bet
you're,
he's got a motorcycle.
I bet he's even wearing the Hooters orange. I feel like he was at the. I know that's the jail jumpsuit, but it looks like he may have just been like, I go on Tuesdays. I go get the barbecue wings.
What is it with older middle-aged guys and goatees?
Yes. And I just don't. I wonder.
And I have a beard. You know what? I say that, but I actually know why.
Why?
It's the same reason why I still have this stupid beard.
Is it covering up things?
It's covering up 2 other chins. One is right here, and one's kind of back right here.
I don't know if that. I don't know if I'm gonna say your chins are. You know what we should do? Both you and I. We should commit at one point this year. We go full shave the beard.
I don't know.
Yeah, because listen, you're on the GLP. Is it 2s or 1s you're on?
I'm on the 1.
Okay, so
we're number 1.
So I think at some point you're going to be proud of this.
You're
going to be proud of your chin.
My goal is to shave this beard. That's my goal. The problem is that I got to be really careful about it because I have done this before. Now, I know that I'm better looking with half my face covered by hair. I know this because I have. In fact, this happened when we were doing Nightside. I had this big beard. Remember that giant beard I had?
Yeah, it was huge.
Giant beard. And one day I was like, man, screw this beard. So I shaved it off. I came to work, and I saw the way people looked at me. And honestly,
and go, that's interesting.
Honestly, it made me feel bad.
I know.
It made me feel bad. I got such a negative reaction to shaving my beard that I kind of internalized it. And so my goal is to shave my beard, but I also know that what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it back to just like whiskers, and wear that just to get people used to the fact that I don't have the chiseled jaw of a Mike Hedrick.
So
you know what I mean?
So
I just don't.
One of the many times I yo-yoed up in my life on the weight, it's because I've done the yo-yo down, and I've lost weight a bunch of different times, and I've told you the compliments I get from people telling you like, oh, you look great. I've just told myself that those don't matter because it changes. Because at some point, I remember at one point, like the weight was coming back, but when it starts coming back, you don't necessarily know. You think that you may actually still look pretty good. Like I still look like my skinny self. And the reality is not, because none of those compliments come back anymore. Mm-hmm. And the people start going, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then their eyes trace down and they're like, oh, those man boobs. Like, or I had this one the other day from a coworker. And again, if I would have said this to a woman at work, I would have been murdered.
I assume that's what HR. Tribunal,
I think HR murders you if you say things like this.
Mm-hmm. They beat you with cheese sticks.
She goes, "Oh my gosh, you look great. So you're down. So you're back down again." And I was like, "It was like this. It was like the singer was like, so you're back down again, huh?" And I was like,
"So where are you in the yo-yo cycle?"
So it looks like you're back down. So are you back down again? Like we're doing this whole thing again? And I was like, "Yeah, down again."
You know what they're saying, Alex, look. Are you going to be skinny or are you going to be fat? What is this? Can you please pick a lane?
I know. I prefer that one. All right. I've got a list in front of me, Ethan. And this is it.
Did you even say why we were talking about this guy?
I said, yeah.
Okay. I must have missed it. I
guess you wouldn't have been able to tell this guy's a Powerball winner. He's just like, so the Powerball winner, $150 million in the bank doesn't mean you're going to not become a dirtbag. He's still a dirtbag. I mean, alleged dirtbag. He's been arrested for domestic violence.
I was just checking because my brain went somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah. No, he sucks. All right. So
allegedly,
until proven not sucky. So I have this list. It says things insanely rich people buy that poor people have no idea about. Okay. So on its face, just saying rich people, poor people, that's a hard thing to hear.
So I'm interested to know because I'm not a wealthy guy, but I consider myself well-traveled.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I'd be surprised if there was something on here that really I didn't know people did.
Okay. So So here's what it is. There's the very first one was buying time to use their toys. Right. And I thought, well, that's good. Yeah.
Buying time. What does that mean?
Meaning just to be like, it says, I own a boat. If I work my butt off, repairing, cleaning, storage, all those things, if I were rich, I would just have all that stuff taken care of so that you don't have to deal with the stuff that takes away from the reason you have that thing. Does that make sense?
So the only thing you do on that boat is enjoy it. Someone else handles all the everything else.
Mike, I'm going to be at the lake at 4 p.m. It's going to be stocked.
With
it's
Diet
going to be
Coke.
ready. The engines are warm.
I want towels.
All the stuff, all of it. Yeah. So and that's cool, right?
Yeah.
Incredible convenience even
That
for
is
the modern
pretty nice.
area. That's another one. Now I thought number 3 was rude. It just says straight up isolation from poor people. Okay, and then
but I get it.
And then I get Caitlin over here who goes, "Oh yeah, for
it's
sure."
because I'm not rich. I'm just saying. It's
yeah,
the
but it
VIP.
sounds like you hate poor
you
people.
buy the first class. You buy VIP. You buy the extravagant experience to get away from us.
Here's the first. Here's the first line that is used.
Caitlin is basically saying, "I know why they don't want to be by me."
No, I know.
I have fun. I probably have way more fun than them.
For sure, but it says this: isolation from poor people. I thought, whoa, that was aggressive.
Yeah.
Rich people spend a lot of money to make sure that poor people can't get anywhere near them.
Security.
I was like,
security too, yeah.
Security, and all I thought is, oh my goodness, all that was. Number 3 was the entirety of the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce wedding.
Well, she invited a lot of people, just not the
Any
poor.
of them poor? Any of them poor?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the full guest
No.
list.
That's true. That could have been
She does have her circle.
She could have had
a third grade teacher.
Here's the thing.
she could have had people
Get
like
outta
that,
here.
right?
Here's the
Family, friends of her parents.
All of her friends are rich.
Yes.
So,
It just is that way.
And I know it's that way because she's isolated herself from poor people for a long time.
because here's the problem: when you're rich and you see poor people, then it makes you sad.
Taylor helps us.
They're poor, and so when you can't see them, then you're happy again. You know who does this? Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah.
So I learned this about Jeff Bezos' big compound that he has. I think it's in Florida, and he has a fence that is taller than what is allowed. And you know what he does? He just every month pays the fine.
Okay, so that's
he has
interesting.
no intention of reducing the size of the fence. The city's like, well, then you have to pay this fine, and he just says, okay, that's the fee I pay for having this fence. It's the fence that I want for my security, and that's the fee I'm paying for it.
We're getting into ones that I know you'll appreciate.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we're talking about all of the different things that rich people that can afford. It's not like, a bigger house, blah, blah, blah. It's stuff that you wouldn't even fathom until you have a few $1 billion in the bank, or multiple billions in this case. Support ships for your mega yacht.
Oh yeah, that's
We've
a
talked
Russian.
about that before.
That's a Russian thing. Yeah, they have it's seriously. They have the
Okay.
mistresses in a boat that floats along behind.
And you have to actually do this. And there's actually Lloyd's of London takes out big ones of these, but kidnap insurance for them and their relatives. Mm-hmm. This is a big move down in South America, by the way, for rich soccer players. They're like second cousins were getting kidnapped all the time. Second and third cousins.
Jeez.
That they were like, because somebody knows them, be like, oh yeah, that's my cousin, and then they would just hard financial times create really, really weird situations for people, and ransoms I think go up when the stock market goes down. Let me see here. One of them was buying nostalgic experiences, and they put
rent out your old family home for a night?
No. It's like grandma used to make this chai tea that was so good, and I love it. And then they brought up this guy who makes $140,000 a year, and he just makes chai for this family, like 2 or 3 times a day.
Jeez. You know who?
Could you imagine being the live-in chai guy?
You know who? You want to hear? I heard about another weird job, employee for a rich guy.
Yeah.
And that was that Snoop Dogg had a full-time employee that rolled joints
for him. Yeah.
Traveled with him.
Yeah.
He was just really good at it. It was a full-time job. That's all he did.
Here's another version of that. On staff, they're on your staff. They're on your payroll. They're not like somebody that you have come over and you're paying for those services from an outside company. They're actually on your books as this person is a mechanic for your cars. So, Jay Leno has famously 1 million cars in that warehouse, and I know that warehouse is run by like 50 people, and including like a multiple of the. Now you brought up the fence thing with Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
they do something that's similar on this. They said, basically buying off teachers, doctors, and judges, and I thought that was really interesting that they put that buying off teachers, doctors, and judges. And I thought, why would you buy a teacher off?
So you buy off a teacher to get your kids good grades.
Right.
It's wrong, but I get that. You buy off judges.
Got it. Yeah. Doctors is probably the one they're
Doctors is
talking
the
about.
weird one.
It's probably the access to them,
And you know what? I bet it's probably to get treatments that they otherwise wouldn't recommend.
or straight up they're saying doctors, but they really mean drug dealers, because that's probably maybe that's the thing they're paying them off for, right?
Especially these days, there are a lot of kind of treatments around that you can buy like on the dark web from China and things like that. And a lot of doctors won't touch them, but maybe if you bribe them, maybe some would.
How about this one? Paying cloning pets so that you could have them forever. You remember Tom Brady did this.
Did he?
He cloned a dog that was their favorite dog.
But does he know it's not the same dog?
Well, and then shocker when it turns out that there's the nature part that they took care of with the DNA, the cloning. Then there's the nurture part where a dog just grows up in a different environment starting at day one, and things turn out differently for that dog. And the dog was different, and they felt like they got ripped off.
Have you ever had a doctor decline to do something?
No, I have to. I'm the opposite. They've got to. They're always trying to convince me like you should probably like eat like some lettuce.
So I have a friend of mine who is in the medical field, and she really believes in metformin as like kind of a drug that
this is one of the COVID.
No. This is like a longevity drug.
Okay, yeah.
So metformin is used
diabetic treatment
for diabetic treatments, but it's also now it's starting to be used by people who just want to live longer, and it's like one of these drugs. It's like if you take it all the time, then it can extend your life. It's
How's
one of these
that work?
longevity. I have no idea.
Okay,
but I brought it up with my doctor, and because she's like, "Look, metformin is really cheap and it's really safe." And you should just have your doctor get you a prescription for it. And I said, okay. So I told my doctor, I said, and also I want to get a prescription for metformin. And he goes, why? You know him, Dr. Clark.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, why? And I said, well, I just, heard it was really good. And he goes, well, do you have...
you have diabetes?
Do you have diabetes? No.
Well, I'm hoping not to.
Well, then, let's talk about it when your blood sugar gets a lot higher.
And that's when you go. And that's when you open up your checkbook and go, I want the metformin. What's it going to take? That is like the lowest level. I love how that one is like so benign.
I know. It's super benign. And
good for your doctor though to just be like, come on, let's just not do unnecessary mess around stuff.
Yeah.
I want to take this chemical. Why? Somebody said it's a fountain of youth. Let's hold off on it.
Look, how about this?
I like it.
How about this? You get diabetes, and I'll write you a prescription for metformin. And you know what? I was working on that. But
buying full, or renting out. It says renting out. Renting out sounds not good enough for rich people, by the way. But they said renting out entire floors, entire top floors at hotels.
That happens a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that would be.
Sometimes they have to for security standpoint, I would think.
I think a lot of rich people overthink their security, because here's the thing, is that when you have money and things like security become so cheap, there's always some ex-FBI agent out there running some business that freaks out rich people.
Yeah.
And all they do is freak out rich people. So rich people are like, well, I guess,
I'll pay for it.
I'm a billionaire, so if I paid $1 million for all this, at least I'm safe.
How about this one?
And I think that happens a lot.
This lives in that same vein, I think, buying anonymity for yourself and your family.
Oh, no, I might do that.
So that's the kind of thing where I think that now I have an interesting story about how, so up in, I think it's Weber County. It is Weber County. There's that private
ski resort.
Yes.
Yeah.
But along with it is, it's a whole development.
Yeah.
And there's a golf course up there, and it's the amount of money that people are paying on a yearly basis. It's in the six figures for just like your dues, your yearly dues of like living there. And that's, by the way, people who are building 10 or 12,000 square foot homes that are already in the $10 and $12 million range or more. And the thing about this place is that they vet every person that wants to have one of these ultra rich private ski/golf experiences and living in this crazy. It's beyond. This is not a gated community we're talking about. We're talking about but they don't want it to be a Kardashian situation, because they saw what was going on over in Montana at one of like the, like Deadwood or something like that, or one of the places there that got to be kind of Kardashianified, where it was just like a bunch of, Mark Zuckerberg gets a place there, the Kardashians, then it turns into like this weird.
It's a circus.
It's a celebrity situation.
Yeah.
So they vet these. They do it, and they go, we're vetting everybody, and they don't want Jeff Bezos. They want the number 7 guy at Amazon. You know what I mean?
They don't want.
And the number 7
Saudi. They don't want the Saudi prince. They want the guy that cut the journalist up and put him in the briefcase. That's the guy they want. They want the guy who's a couple rungs down.
Yeah,
makes a lot of
but
money.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but the number 7 guy at Facebook, or wherever, the number 4 guy at Facebook, he also wants to just stay the number 4 guy at Facebook.
Yeah,
if he's smart. The people who want to get the attention and everything.
Dude, they're
if they
around.
want to get the attention. Yeah. Oh, those people are all there. But I'm just saying.
I don't want to. So
buying anonymity sounds phenomenal.
I got a story, and I can tell it so that it's anonymous enough.
Okay.
But one of the cool things about working at KSL is you get to have some really interesting conversations with a lot of people you normally wouldn't meet. And a conversation I was having with someone who, and this was a project that kind of had a public-private interface. It was a development project, and
Nightside project.
And anyway, I said, well, why don't you do it like this? It seems like this would make more sense. And they said, I'll tell you why. Is because there is an executive and a major shareholder of ABC Tech Company that lives right there. And he already told us that he will spend the rest of his life suing us if we pursue this.
Wow.
And I was like, holy
That's
mackerel.
Amazing. Put that on the list. Threatening people to sue them forever because you have the means if they do anything.
But you know what happened, though, is like, I mean, this was something that then suddenly everyone had to respond to in this big project. And it was really astonishing.
Yeah. So interesting list. I actually like this list because it felt like things that are totally inaccessible unless you are in the 0.00001% of the rich. You know what I mean? Like that, the stuff that was on there is just absolutely bonkers. All right. Final segment, Ethan. You have the con. You tell us what direction we're going.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to pivot. I don't know, Caitlin,
Houseboat? Where are we going?
Oh, we're going to Houseboat. You ready?
Ooh.
Yes. Can we, if we have time, I also want to play that lightning tree video. I don't know if Ethan saw it.
Do the lightning tree video if you've got that too, because I want to.
We can fit in both. We've got time.
Okay.
All right. So we'll just do kind of a cool video segment.
Sure.
Cool video segment.
But we'll start with Houseboat.
Okay. So tell me what happened with this houseboat.
Is it wrong for me to say this is a cool video? Because someone did lose their houseboat.
Yeah, but they didn't die, did they? Because the guy.
We honestly don't know a lot of information about this situation.
Let's play it.
The guy's truck who caught on fire.
He was just a guy. He was a construction worker.
Right, and I'm sad about it. But we liked watching that video of his truck being on fire. That was kind of cool. Especially because he didn't get hurt.
Well, then let's just enjoy this.
Okay, fine.
I don't know about the sound. So.
Okay, that's fine. Well, how much is a houseboat like that? How much is a big old houseboat? I don't know how big it is, but
sounds.
Someone's on a jet ski checking it out.
This is in Lake Powell, if we didn't say that.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is how deep Lake Powell is. That houseboat is gonzo.
Yeah. And then they're always like, yeah, but look at the lines up on the thing, and you go, yeah, but it's still 1,000 feet deep or whatever it is.
So I actually looked this up because we were talking about houseboat wrecks in Lake Powell recently, and I looked this up, and there are as many as a couple thousand boats that have sunk in Lake Powell, like speed boats, things like that.
Man.
Because what happens is you can get swamped out. You can have these big swells, these big wind and storm events, and they will swamp your boat and send it to the bottom. And all you've got left is whatever floated out of the top of the boat. And something else about these houseboats is, so when you go back to that video, Caitlin, pull that video back up.
It looks, and that's a really cool looking houseboat too. I wonder how much those are.
Something really interesting about this. So that houseboat is full of fuel and oil and all those other things.
Yeah.
And when it goes down to Lake Powell, you know what they have to do? They have to send divers down there
to release it?
Pull out. So they usually can't pull the whole boat out because it's too deep.
No, for sure.
But they have to go down and then in an ecologically sensitive way tap those fuel tanks and anything else down there that's identified as potentially hazardous, and they got to pull that out. And then dispose of it properly.
It's always wild to me when you go to you've been to the Pearl Harbor
the memorial
memorial there, and famously if you're over it, if there's a picture that's over it, or if you're standing over it, you see that oil slick that kind of is always coming off of it, because they're like, oh yeah, it still has 700,000 gallons of diesel fuel in that thing, and it's going to leak slowly forever. You know, because I mean that thing's sealed at the bottom of the ocean, and they're not going to disturb it anymore. But like that's always fascinating to me that you're like, oh, that's 80-year-old crude that's coming up from that.
It's bubbling up, yeah.
It's bubbling up, and it will never stop. They're like,
no, it's that oil. So back in the 1940s, some a group of sailors poured that barrel of oil into some part of that ship. And now it's coming back up.
It's an insane amount of fuel that was in that boat.
Yeah.
That basically will never stop leaking like that.
So 1 through 9 says on Facebook this happened to him when he was like 6.
The houseboat went down?
He said they were bailing on an extra boat attached. Crazy we survived.
Sheesh.
So what happened? Did a houseboat go down or did a motorboat? Give us more details, because that's amazing. And so with the mega drought that we've been in, and they've struggled so much with water levels at Lake Powell. In fact, we're approaching Deadpool status again at Lake Powell. And Lake Powell is important for electrical generation needs.
Yeah.
Utah doesn't use any of the water in Lake Powell.
It all goes to California and Vegas, right?
And so there's this idea that we could just decommission Lake Powell and let that water kind of fill up Lake Mead and just have that. Instead of having 2 reservoirs feeding the same group, we just eliminate one, then it's one big reservoir, and that feeds Southern California and everything. And which I actually kind of like as an idea. But could you imagine if they got to that point and we got to go through Glen Canyon again and look at all those boats? I mean, imagine how many pairs of sunglasses, how many boats, how many
iPhones. Yeah, all of it.
I mean, it's
what do you think
most?
What do you think you could cash in the most on? If you could go down to the bottom of Lake Powell and just get a bucket full of stuff, what's the stuff you throw in there, like supermarket sweep?
Well, obviously, I think you would want to go any electronics, right? Because that stuff can be recycled.
Like that stuff would be
recycled, but it can be recycled.
Yeah, you get 100 pair of Maui gyms, you could sell them for $100 a piece. Come on, man. Got it.
Because I see your point on that.
By the way, a new luxury aluminum boat between 70 and 80 feet. I don't know how big that one was, but that looked like a big one, right? And it looked like an ultra luxury one too, didn't it?
So
between 1.5 and $3 million for a brand new one.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's why you don't buy those; you buy the shares, and that's why you even go further. I would just say that because if you wanted to rent one of those for a week, it's about $8,000. They said.
What about that houseboat that sunk that had the helicopter pad on it?
Oh, I don't
remember that.
Now we're talking in the $10 million.
See if you can remember. I can't remember what that name was. Had a helicopter pad. It was in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, 1 through 9 says it was a second boat, not motorized. They were towing it. Well, listen, let's do this then. Let's get on board.
Okay.
So for 1 through 9, let's get on board with the decommissioning Lake Powell, send the water Lake Mead, and let's go down and get your boat back, dude.
What's it called? Eden, up in Eden, or Pineview, next to Huntsville. They're draining Pineview basically almost all the way this year because they have to do some repairs at the bottom on some pipes, I think. So they're going to go down to like 4% or something like that.
If you took metal detectors, could you salvage?
Well, that's a good question. Now, that's going to look weird, by the way, that thing. That is going to look weird. Pineview being drained most of the way for them to do repairs. That's a really good question. I wonder if you could just walk over there and be like, dude, I found like 40 pair of sunglasses. I found 14 wallets, 19 class rings. You know what? New summer activity. Boom. Should we go up? Should we do a remote from the shores of? We've been trying to come up with fun remotes that are off the beaten path. That would qualify.
It'd be amazing.
You just go up there, you and I, we're doing a remote, and be like, during the break, Ethan found a money
set
clip.
of car keys.
Yeah, a money clip with $14 in it.
Let's do this. Let's watch one final little video. This is the one Caitlin's been trying to steer us to.
Alex saw this video, but if you didn't see it,
that's
why I want you to. I'm
gonna let him
gonna
react.
try something.
I'm excited.
Just let him watch it and react. It's pretty darn cool.
Sec.
I'm excited.
I mean, hopefully, I'm gonna try to do a fancy thing today.
I want that view of the video that you have on there, where we're just both.
Well, look at what I'm. This is what I'm trying to do. I want you guys. I hope that it's not gonna cover this stuff. So
no,
I think it will. Okay. Oh, there's the tree. A little bit. Might cover it a little bit.
If it covers it, I am replaying.
You have to.
But
yeah, I think it's going to be.
This is going to freak me out.
Oh, off to the side might work.
Is this a jump scare thing?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Live producing right there. Sorry. Just when I
just turn around.
I do love that.
That is scary.
Hold on. Go back. I want to listen to what that lady said. Stand by. I'm scared. Lightning hitting the tree.
You don't know when it's going to come.
I know. But it lights the whole tree up. Look at it. Watch. I want to listen to this lady, though, what she says.
Jeez.
I think it was maybe in Spanish.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, I don't remember proving that, so I hope she didn't swear.
Screen it for swear.
Yeah,
for
she
swears.
didn't cuss, but it was definitely like it's the kind of thing that you would say in the most scary moments where you feel like your life is in danger, and yeah.
Anyways, that was in St. George.
It
was sent to KSL. So that guy was on the way to Cedar City. So there was some intense lightning yesterday.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: was he on the way to Cedar City because his brother's truck was struck by lightning after his? Because now we're talking about some odds.
No, the other one was other one was on the way to Cedar City. This one was
no, that's what I'm saying.
In Cedar City.
This was in St. George.
Oh, that was in St. George.
At someone's parents' house. That was what our assignment.
And they were on their way to Cedar City to save their brother whose truck was on fire.
I don't know where these people were going.
It was at someone's parents' house.
This was
Isn't that just going to be just how every story goes now from here on out for Gen Z?
Now this
was
at my parents' house
because I can't have my own.
Because I can't buy my own house.
Here I am,
Caitlin. Honestly, I wonder about that for my kids. I've got 2 boys that are adults now, and they live with me. They're full-time students.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I love it. But I just know they're not going to want to live with me forever.
No, and every story starts with, so we were hanging out in my parents' basement, right?
If my parents lived in this area, I would probably live with them right now, but I would have gotten sick of it.
Well, here's the thing, too, is that when you say that, we always say that, but like in Great Britain or like in England, for example, it's still the norm that you stay at home for a long time.
As it should be.
I'm going to give my sons permission to tell everyone that they're taking care of me. Well, I take care of my dad.
Oh, there you go. Then it doesn't sound as weird.
Yeah.
Then they can get that girlfriend.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not even 50, but they can say that about me.
I don't hate it.
Look, I take care of my dad. He's a great guy, and and he looks really capable, and he is with a lot of things. But it's just there's some private things.
But
I
your
take
wife
care
is
of
there. Throw in your parents. I'm actually taking care of my elderly parents. Really? How old are they? Mid-40s. Oh, were they in a car accident? No. My dad he's on GLP-1s.
He's just, they just need me around. They need me around to lift things up. Sometimes they get things off of a high shelf.
I have young enough kids too. I'm gonna have my 11-year-old start saying it. I'm actually watching after my older parents, and they're older than him. All right. Okay. We've got to go downstairs. This is a fun stream today. We're going to jump into the main studio downstairs and try to put our serious hat on a little bit at least. But we're going to have a fun time, of course, on the program as we always do, 1 to 3. Stay on. Keep those comments coming. You can also switch over to the text line, 57500, and we'll start taking those comments as well. So for Ethan, for Caitlin, I'm Alex. We'll be downstairs in just a few minutes. It's KSL Brightside.
Who are using AI to solve a big problem facing the state of Utah. And really the parameters are pro-human, Utah-centric, and this solution really should have the ability to impact as many Utah residents as possible. We're not looking for a problem that only solves, or for a solution that only solves a small problem or only serves a small subset of the population. We're looking really for moonshot. That's the point behind it, of the title. The moonshot is what is a big problem that can be solved that's going to impact as many people as possible.
So what does the application process look like? I mean, are you taking applications till you run out of money, but what does it look like?
Yeah, so we have $5 million earmarked for this. This is coming out of a pilot program of higher education research funding. So in code, all of the submissions actually have to come through the university president. He is going to prioritize what applications can be submitted to our institute and to our ad hoc committee. But we want industry reaching out to our universities. We want groups of people. We want students who are working on solving a problem, reaching out to our universities, our researchers, and working on the grant application with them. And then it gets submitted to the university presidents, who then prioritize the best projects that get submitted to a group across the state to review the applications. And then we will announce the winner at the Pro-Human Utah AI Summit in December.
What is the best way for people to find out more information and find an application?
Yeah, so all of the information is on our website at the Nucleus Institute, so nucleusutah.org. You can go there. We have a page dedicated to the AI Moonshot and see all the parameters. And then the applications are opening on Saturday, August 1st and close October 15th.
Angela, thanks so much for being with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And live on the KSL Newsline, that is the COO of the Nucleus Institute, Angela Smith. Let's get you up to date on the drive, traffic and weather. It's brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. And here's Cormac Bone.
Still a little slow on southbound I-15 approaching 600 North, though those delays are really quickly easing out. It is northbound Mountain View corridor that has our worst delays. It's from 90th south, reaching all the way up to 7800 south. Still seeing two of those left lanes closed, so it's only one lane getting through, and that's why it's very dense northbound Mountain View corridor. Seeing cracked, curling, or missing shingles on your roof? Don't wait. Save big during S&S Roofing's huge summer sale. From a small repair to a full replacement, snsroofingutah.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. You got 98 today, partly cloudy skies, a little bit of monsoon left over. Could see a 20% chance for a shower. 102 tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. We're going to rise with high pressure building on Saturday. 105 Saturday afternoon, looks hot. 103 on Sunday, 99 on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, upper 90s with mostly clear skies. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
And right now it's mostly mostly sunny and 90 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. The 7-day forecast is brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful. And a quick check of the markets at this hour, still in great shape. Major indices up by more than a full percent. A complete update of your money news is coming up next. If you are looking to make a big change in your life, a big change in your appearance, a big change for your health, I want to tell you about Salt Lake City Fat Loss, because this program has helped me lose more than 40 pounds and has helped me keep it off as well. I've been telling you about this for the past couple of years. This is a great program because it gives you incentive right up front, because you lose the weight very quickly and you lose it without having to do strenuous exercise. It's just a simple combination of foods that help you burn that stored fat quickly. It's also a doctor-developed program, and it not only educates you, it gives you the resources necessary to keep the weight off. And they do so through their app. You can ask any questions at any time on their app. It keeps you accountable. They give you a 1-minute inspirational video every morning, and the resources, like I said, to keep that weight off. Find out more at slcfatloss.com. I've lost more than 40 pounds. Many of their clients lose up to a pound per day. slcfatloss.com, slcfatloss.com.
Amanda, every business needs IT help. And sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff, but sometimes you don't. Or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
Hi, this is Doug Wright, and I've been a fan of Hale Center Theater from the very beginning. But there is something about this season that is just off the charts. Maybe it's due to the 3 stages now, which accommodate an amazing variety. Take, for example, showing right now on the Beehive stage, Thornton Wilder's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel and Tony Award-winning play is an absolute must-see. It's Our Town. This is a touching story focusing on 2 families in a small town, the sorrows, the joys, the reflections of lives well lived. And then, coming up, we've got Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The music, the staging, the pure fun of it makes Joseph an all-time favorite. And in mid-August, it's Moriarty. This is the time for you to lock down your tickets for all of the wonderful productions at Hale Center Theater. And all you have to do is go to hct.org.
KSL News Time 12:54. The Prince of Darkness will be honored at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights this year. The theme park will have an Ozzy Osbourne-themed haunted house. It will go through his life and how he went from Madman Ozzy to finally the Prince of Darkness. Osbourne died in July of last year at 76 years old. Watching Utah's money, the cyclospora fears hit fast food joints. Chipotle is still estimating that same-store sales, to increase, but not as much as before. CNBC reports the lettuce scare had about a 2% point impact on sales in the second half of January. U.S. second-home mortgages are up for the first time since the pandemic. They were up 4.1% in 2025, the first increase since 2021. That's according to a report from Redfin. Gas is still above the national average here in Utah. AAA has the price per gallon listed at $4.28. Nationally, it's $4.09. And taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow is up by 536 points, more than a full percent, sitting at 52,129. S&P up by 110. That's 1.5%. The NASDAQ, it's up by more than 2.5%, up 644 points.
For 250 years, America has been built by hardworking people who believe in freedom, family, and community. At Performance Automotive in Bountiful, we're proud to celebrate that legacy during our Freedom to Drive sales event. Join us as we honor our military, first responders, and the families who make Utah strong. Take advantage of special savings, great trade values, and financing opportunities across our inventory. Performance Automotive in Bountiful, 250 years of American pride, and we're just getting started.
Pack a picnic, bring your friends, and meet us in Park City. It's time for the 2026 Deer Valley Music Festival, the summer home of the Utah Symphony. Hear joyful masterworks like Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in the Wasatch Mountains. Sing your heart out with iconic performers like Idina Menzel and Lyle Lovett. Relax with concerts under the stars and make new family traditions. Every concert is a chance to experience the best of the Utah Symphony in the beauty of Park City. Concerts will sell out. Get your tickets and plan your visit at DeerValleyMusicFestival.org.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
South 15, still just a touch of delays at 600 North, but that's really eased up now. But northbound Mountain View corridor, it's still only one lane getting through at 7800 South. The delays have eased up, though. It's not reaching all the way back to 90th South, just 8200 South now. But it is still very dense there since only one lane getting through. Other than that, regular delays to expect eastbound on the 201 freeway between 8400 West and 7200 West, some light and scattered delays. Attention property managers, customers see your parking lot before seeing your lobby. Make the first thing unforgettable with GoPave Utah. Seal coating, crack sealing, striping, patching across the Wasatch Front. Visit at gopavutah.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
And our temperatures are set to start increasing over the next few days. They're going to climb up to 105 degrees by Friday. Looks like today's high 98. Still a 20% chance of showers today. Then up to 102 tomorrow. Saturday 105. 91 degrees right now downtown.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. A judge has denied Corey Richens' request for a new trial. She was the woman sentenced to life in prison for killing her husband more than 4 years ago before she authored a children's book about coping with the loss of a loved one. Richens' attorneys asked that the judge who's overseen her case for years be removed from the case, claiming he was biased, but a third-party judge disagreed and ruled against them. The defense, prosecutors, and the judge are scheduled to meet tomorrow to talk up restitution. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The confirmation of Todd Blanche to be Attorney General is now up in the air, due in large part to the anti-weaponization fund Blanche proposed that drew bipartisan criticism. The fund would have offered compensation to those who felt they were unfairly prosecuted by the Biden administration's Justice Department. President Trump has since floated the option to rescind Blanche's nomination, then bring it back after the midterms. But North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis says that could be a gamble.
Hey, 158 days, they can try it again, roll the dice on what the Senate confirmation process looks like next year. It's all on him.
Tillis and Texas Senator John Cornyn have both said they will not support Blanche to be the next AG until the anti-weaponization fund is canceled. And a Utah senator says he's not entirely sure about Blanche after having a closed-door meeting with him. KSL News Radio's Brianna Willis has details.
Acting AG Todd Blanche requested the meeting with Senator John Curtis. The meeting happens as Blanche attempts to secure the votes needed to make his position permanent. Talking with the Deseret News after, Curtis says they went over public land issues and an ongoing lawsuit as the Justice Department has repeatedly demanded Utah's voter rolls, a move the lieutenant governor says is illegal under state law.
Curtis says he also has concerns about that anti-weaponization fund and wants Blanche to confirm it'll eventually be canceled. And your money at this moment, the markets are currently rebounding from just an awful day yesterday. The Dow is currently up 625 points. The S&P is up 118. The NASDAQ is up 652. Coming up, we may have one more day without the triple digits, but they are definitely coming back. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 1:02.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Kitchen and bath transformations start with AMC Building Materials. AMC Building Materials is a large kitchen cabinet and countertop supplier serving both wholesale and retail customers. AMC offers factory direct pricing on all interior remodeling materials, giving you exceptional value without sacrificing quality. Most standard items are available for quick payment and pickup right away. AMC Building Materials provides professional service, free design, and free on-site measurements, along with expert installation by top AMC professionals. From bold kitchen designs to beautiful functional bathrooms, AMC delivers outstanding value with styles you'll love. And best of all, most projects can be completed within just 10 days. Come experience beauty you can see, quality you can feel, and service you can trust. Get directions to the new AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West today and schedule your free estimate. Visit amckitchenslc.org. That's amckitchenslc.org.
Right now, JCW's has 15 bus and billboards depicting our delicious, mouthwatering hamburgers across I-15. We've also just learned that I-15 averages 15 fender benders a day. Probably a coincidence, but just in case, keep your eyes on the road. Here's what our burgers sound like. Now, with your hands at 10 and 2, safely turn into one of our 5 locations in American Fork, Lehigh, Provo, South Jordan, and Harriman. JCW's. Quality and a lot of it.
My summer plans are now double the fun with double points on gas and groceries with my Rewards Visa credit card from Cyprus Credit Union. Every time I fill up or buy groceries, I earn double points that I can redeem for cash back, gift cards, travel, and more. Make summer spending twice as rewarding. Visit cypruscu.com.
Cyprus Credit Union, your future is our future.
Equal opportunity lender.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877
get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
Well, the delays on I-15 have cleared out southbound. There's a little slow now northbound I-15 at 13th South, but otherwise looking good. Our heaviest traffic is still northbound Mountain View corridor, though they've opened up the lanes now at 7800 South, so I'm sure those delays will clear out very quickly. And we do have reports of a disabled vehicle northbound Bangerter Highway just after 6200 South. They're in between main flow and the on-ramp from 6200 South, so do be careful as you get onto Bangerter. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather looks like we might avoid the triple digits for just today, but they're expected to return tomorrow with a high of 102 degrees. Tomorrow, clouds continue to move out. Saturday could be the hottest day of the week at 105 degrees, staying in the triple digits again on Sunday. Right now, it is 91 degrees, mostly clear in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. And Alex, it's fun to see Don Brinkerhoff backing us up. Second time in 2 weeks.
Anytime Don is hitting the wheels of steel over there,
it's going to go well.
You feel a little bit more comfortable, don't you?
You know it's fun too.
It's the guy we've seen across that glass many a time.
So many times. You know what's fun too is to see Don during the day, because I don't know how many people remember this, but back during Nightside, we would pass this station off to Don at basically at midnight. And that was the thing. So
Don is also very excited to see Don during the day.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Life changes quite a bit when you don't have to work from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Here's what we have here. We got lots going on.
We have our three things.
We have the three things, so let's jump in here. We got tons to get to. Let's do it.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
All right. Number one, this is actually kind of a big deal. DoorDash has secured its FAA Part 135 air carrier certification, which means they say they're going to be doing in-house drone delivery. Now, they haven't rolled out exactly how it's going to work, but they think it's going to be most effective for the 3 to 5 mile deliveries, which they say can save 25% on travel times versus a ground courier. So that kind of mid-range delivery.
25% actually sounds like it's a low estimate too. Like I feel like that'd be like an 80%. Not turning down streets just as the crow flies.
I bet that's a conservative estimate.
You know what I can't wait for? Is that first time when that drone delivery happens and I hear it hit the roof and then I see it
tumble off.
And then I see it, and then I see when I look outside, and then I see it tumble past our windows, and I go,
"Dinner's here."
Hey, we got that. We got that new shower head. It's here. Just boom, 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 bang. Or the drone itself. Remember we saw the video of the drone that was in Texas that was just like, oh my gosh, the lady had like some bricks that had been torn off of it in this massive drone. I don't want to scare anybody, but I would just order paper goods and very soft things. Order a few pillows and just give it a trial run, and then you'll be fine.
That's the smart thing to do. We're expecting more information. DoorDash has a big event in September where they kind of roll out it's called Dash Forward. They roll out their vision for the next year. So we think in September of this year, we're going to have a lot more details on how they're going to roll out that DoorDash drone delivery.
How are they going to take the picture?
That's a drone. They can take it from whatever elevation, whatever position they want.
It's the streak of fry sauce on your roof. I got it. Okay.
There's the evidence.
Yeah. No, we delivered it. Look, there's a couple of pieces of lettuce from that burger we delivered down there.
All right. Thing number two. or as I should say, the
Thang.
second thing.
Yeah.
Corey Richens asked for a new trial, and her request has been denied. This was yesterday. 3rd District Judge Kara Pettit ruled that Corey Richens, the famous Camas mother and former real estate who was convicted earlier this year of killing her husband.
That's what you rolled out with, is she's famous for being a mother? I would
Did I say famous for being a mother?
Yes.
I thought I said Camas mother and former real estate agent famous for being convicted. Well, I apologize. I apologize for mixing.
I'd say Camas murder. I mean, if we're going full on, she's a convicted murderer.
All right.
We don't have to use alleged right now. None of that. All right?
All right. So famous Camas mother and convicted murderer.
Okay.
I'll go with that. How's that?
Sure.
She's not going to have her convictions of aggravated murder and other 4 felony crimes thrown out. They're not going to look at it again. She's going to have to just hang in prison.
There you go.
So there you go.
Awesome.
The judge said, quote, even if the motion met the procedural requirement and was timely filed, it fails to state facts sufficient to show the level of bias, prejudice, or conflict of interest. So basically, you can't go back to the judge and say, no, I promise, I really, really, really am innocent. That's not going to get you a new trial.
Her and Koberger should just be cellmates. Just keep going with the, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Yeah, but you got convicted. Yeah, but you, according to the state, you're actually a convicted murderer. And then you go, but I want a new trial.
Well, but if you're going to kill someone, you may as well also lie about it. I mean, in for a penny, right?
Actually, you know what? You make a great point. I'm going to call you next time I'm into some first-degree felonies that I'm planning
I've
out.
got great legal analysis.
You told me a few years ago something that really stuck with me. What did you say about trying to make sure that I actually went through on those murders? Is that what you were talking about? Jeez.
All right, and then finally, I want to congratulate you, Alex.
Oh,
for calling to yesterday. I don't know if you know this. Yesterday, Alex called the market for today. So yesterday, the market was way off.
Do it again.
Yesterday, the market was way off, and Alex said, and it might not have been on the air, it might have been during the break, but I heard it, and I can vouch for it. Alex said, so tomorrow we're going to see a big bounce.
Bounce back.
And sure enough,
yeah.
That's what we saw. In fact, the NASDAQ is up 2.9%. So
that's huge.
This is a big boy bounce for sure.
Well, but I even said, too, and I think it was off the air because I was like, we do not give legal advice. We do not give financial advice. But what I did was I said, it's going to be something dumb, too, because the Fed did the whole thing yesterday that screwed things up. Then we're going to get a jobs report. Then we're going to get, some weird thing that's just going to let people go, oh, you know what? I'm buying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how the way it works. It's just, you can't look at it from day to day is what.
So you're going to do a stock Twitter, you're going to do Twitter stock picks?
Absolutely. No, I'm already, I became a day trader yesterday when I started talking to you about it. I got my license and everything. Come on.
Well, you're already up 2.9%.
Good.
So good job. But I think, though, this underscores something that's important to think about. And, and I'm not offering this as financial advice. I'm not anyone's financial advisor. I do work for a company that does this outside of KSL. Oh. But what happened yesterday, what happened today, shows how hard it is to try and time the market. If you believe that the economy is going to do well over the long term, stay invested.
We plan on days.
And when I say that, I want to say that as that is the normal, most common, responsible advice that you're going to get in the financial world is just stay invested.
There are days like yesterday, and then you have to call my mom and go, don't look at your account today. Just back off for a minute. Give it a couple days. We'll be back. It'll be fine. And sure enough, it only took a day and a half or so. So yeah, that's good advice.
Less than that.
Don't just keep looking. If you look day to day and then do the whole thing, you'll freak yourself out.
You'll freak yourself out.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you look after several months or after a year, you'll be pleased and proud.
Oh, listen, yeah. We all know we've all been killing it over a 15-year span.
Eric texted in at 57500. He confirms you did say that on the air.
Oh, okay.
So you did call today's market on the air.
Good. Then you know what? But also, I do not give out financial advice unless you call me personally.
But for $5?
Yeah. Unless you call me personally with your Venmo, with your Venmo details, and then I'll figure it out for you. Also, I have no license for anything, but we can all guess together.
Yeah, why not? We got a dartboard.
I think Harley Davidson's going to be huge this year.
Should we ask ChatGPT?
Oh, Chat will probably give some of it right, for sure.
Oh, Chat will give you investing advice all day.
Does it? I feel
Probably
like
would.
it would say on there, chat does not give legal or financial advice.
I actually have never asked.
If this is a medical emergency, call 911. But anyway, that's what they start everything off with.
I actually have never asked chat for
financial.
Well, because of what I mean, I don't need to.
I know you don't need to, but that's like.
Do you pull up ChatGPT and say, "How can I be a good radio host?" No, man, because this is your world.
I've done it.
You have done it?
Well, no, I say, how can my co-host be a better radio host?
What can I do to help my partner? We got a text here on the drones, on the DoorDash drones.
Amazon and DoorDash, I would do it. I would get it delivered all day long.
This says, Ethan and Alex, the sky filled with numerous drones will spoil the beautiful visual appearance of our skies. So glad you two are back on KSL right now.
Thanks.
Are they being sarcastic?
On both accounts. Oh, it'll ruin the skies.
So glad you're back
the
on
best,
KSL.
Ethan. They're probably both. We cannot read text for any kind of sarcasm. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Governor Cox is really trying to make sure that the state of Utah is on top of the future of AI and how it is in relation to the local and state government. We'll talk about that next. The Governor Cox Moonshot AI program, all next, right here. Excuse you, Ethan. Excuse you. This is KSL News Radio.
Your show.
Yes, KSL Brightside. Stay with us.
One day, that's it. That's how long this offer lasts. So if you've been putting off new windows, today is the day to stop waiting. I'm Nate with Advanced Window Products. Today only, July 30th, we're taking $3,000 off when you buy 10 or more windows, plus a free upgrade to our high-performance series. Foam-filled frames, low E366 glass with an I-89 coating, built for Utah's brutal summer heat. These windows also qualify for rebates up to $5.50 per square foot from Rocky Mountain Power and Dominion Energy. We manufacture, install, and back these windows for life with no middleman. That's a $200 value per window. Call Advanced Window Products, 801-850-9100. $3,000 off when you buy 10 or more windows, and a free upgrade to our high-performance series. If you need one more day, we'll take your call tomorrow, July 31st. But after that, this deal is gone for good. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100.
4 weeks may sound like a long time, but it really is not. Not when it comes to the amount of change you can have through Soda Diet and Nutrition in just 4 weeks.
4 weeks. And Soda is doing something amazing. I don't think they've ever done this before, Andy.
I can't think of it.
They're giving away 4 weeks for free. So just think about this. By, around the end of summer, you could have drastic change. You'll feel better in your clothes. You'll have more energy. You'll be sleeping better, all because of Soda.
Healthier, more confident, free from chasing an expensive fix because it doesn't involve any drugs. It doesn't involve anything crazy. It's just relearning how to eat and working step by step with a degreed nutritionist who guides you the entire way.
I lost 37 pounds in 3 months. You lost how much?
70 pounds in 5 months.
Get 4 weeks for free. Just call 866-800-SODA and mention KSL.
Or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because Soda is, say it with me, Amanda,
state of the art.
Summertime and the saving is easy at Dave's Bernina in Provo and St. George. Ladies, Dave's Bernina makes it easy for you to own a new Bernina quilting machine.
Big savings on embroidery and sewing machines. Come in and find out about the new products to be released in the upcoming weeks. Special pre-order pricing on the all-new Bernina 790 Ultra, 580 and 495 Liberty editions, and the Bernina 660 and 620 Surgers.
Come in now.
24 to 48 months, 0% interest on specific machine purchases. The Bernina 990, 770 Pro, and 570 are on sale, featuring free accessory bundles worth from $2,900 up to $4,600.
Dave's Bernina, 691 East St. George Boulevard and 2017 North, 550 West in Provo.
So have some creative fun this summer.
Dave'sBernina.com.
Great deals on trade-in machines while they last.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Enter Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. Thanks so much for joining us today. Listen, this is kind of an awkward story to cover because Governor Spencer Cox's office has not gotten back to us on the November fireworks holiday.
Oh, they're putting that, and they're doing all these other press releases about all this other stuff.
They got
that
so many other things going on, but they can't come back around to this one. So it's a little weird because they actually have rolled out an idea that I think is really kind of cool. So part of me doesn't want to really.
You don't want to give him the
satisfaction,
right?
Until he follows up on his end. But let's talk about this though, because I actually think this is kind of a cool idea.
Can we talk a little bit about before you get it roll out the story though?
Okay.
I already know how the reaction is going to be when we ask them about it, and we finally start to come around to it. They're going to play dumb. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. So. Well, we were able to do the 24th, Ethan, we're gonna do the thing that my kids do, which is, I didn't hear you told me to do that.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna get. Is they're gonna play dumb, and we're not gonna get a fireworks holiday that you and I have been planning on, and we're both gonna take the day off.
Yeah, we've already
told Cheryl there's gonna be a day in November
where you're not gonna have afternoon
either
hosts.
one of us, or you're gonna have to play best of.
Yeah.
All right, because we're lighting off fireworks in some undisclosed location. Actually, no, it's not undisclosed. It's going to be at Ethan's house.
We'll send everyone the address.
Yeah.
All right, but Governor Cox has launched a Utah AI moonshot program. And when I first saw this headline, I thought, oh, great. They're desperate for more data centers. But that's not what it is at all. He says this. He says, look, I think that we can use AI to start to solve some of these problems and challenges that we have in the state of Utah. And so what he's asking for is what they're going to ask for. They haven't rolled this out quite yet. We just kind of understand the outline of it. But he's going to be asking for ways to use AI to solve things like healthcare access, resource management. So this would be important for water management, things like clean air, things like that. And then also general public benefit, ways to improve state or municipal functions using AI technology, and they're going to be asking for proposals. And I think this is actually a really cool idea because, especially with things like healthcare access, because these are sleeper issues that I think we're going to end up paying dearly for. We just got lauded again in this last week for
just being the best ever. It was
US News?
U.S. News World Report, and we were the best ever. And yeah, Utah's top of the states, best for business, whatever else. But we have seen now, we've started to see cracks in this foundation, and they seem to be cultural cracks. We seem to continue to be kind of a strong place to start a business, but there are all of these other cracks in place. CNBC flagged some of them. We've got bad air quality. We've got poor resource management. We have a high cost of living, and we have poor access to health care. We have poor access to child care. These are things that are really important to families. And it's easy to say, well, yeah, but we're great for business. But then we have all these other ways that we're actually kind of becoming worse and worse and worse. And in some ways, leading the nation in how bad it is in some categories. And I think you can add on top of that, we have high rates of self-harm, right? Especially among youth. We have high rates of depression, especially among women. And so, at a certain point, we kind of have to start looking at some of these other elements and saying, hey, okay, it's nice that everyone sees this as a good place to start a business, but right here where the rubber meets the road, for the most part, we're never going to be entrepreneurs.
but we are going to have people who in our lives that might struggle with mental health, that might need health care beyond what they're getting, that might need, these other things that need, what if you have a kid with asthma? Well, then Salt Lake is kind of a bad place for you to live. And so it's, I feel like this is a nod to that, hey, can we use AI to start getting in and doing some creative problem solving for things before they get too big? Because the risk that we run is by saying, you know what, we're number one for business, hooray, and then we all move on. And there are these other little things chipping away.
Yeah, you can get left behind for sure. Well, so my thing is what's the meat of this? Like, how is it that they're going to pull it off, and what's going to make it to where it's going to be, better than anybody else going? Or is it just going to be kind of the industry standard?
There are a lot of ideas. I mean, there are a lot of things that we don't know how this is going to work, but what we do know is they're going to be looking for proposals. That's it. They're going to be looking for proposals. They want to use AI specifically. Someone texted in, or Eric did. It says, can we use AI to come up with those ideas? And honestly, I think that's, and I'm not kidding, I think that's the point, is to use AI to come up with these ideas. So they're going to be looking for proposals. So here's my thought, Alex. What if KSL Brightside came up with some of these proposals? I mean, we have AI that we can use. I have a laptop right here.
I already just asked AI if I could ask you, or if AI could problem solve some of the problem solving issues that you're trying to do with the problem solving.
What did it say? Did it say great question?
It's all, I love the direction that you're going, and I especially love Governor Spencer Cox. What a great guy. You know how they do that. You know how AI does it. No, of course. Listen.
Should we we could come up, we're clever guys.
Not that clever. Look, don't ask me, because part of the stuff that goes along with this is you've got to come up with, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what the biggest.
We just have to come up with the right prompts.
Okay, what are the biggest things that AI? What are the biggest state issues that AI is going to solve for us? And what are the biggest kind of business development issues that AI is going to solve for the state of Utah?
I don't know, but
because that's happening at the private level. The state doesn't need to get involved on how we run things. Like the real innovation is going to happen at the private level.
I think that's where this is kind of going. It's like, how do we use AI to do some of this stuff?
Okay.
I'm just saying, could we come up with a prompt that was clean enough that we could solve some of these problems? And when I say we, I mean you and me.
I mean, you mean me during our Ask AI question at the end of the show.
I just like this as an idea.
About it.
I like this as an idea because it feels like we are kind of looking down those less covered things that really impact people's lives. And we just kind of gloss over it. We say, no, good for business. Good for business. We're good for business. But very few of us will start a business.
You know what we should do
in our lives?
They should look into this. And this is something the state can use. This is a free advice right now.
Let's hear it.
And I'd probably do this up north where there's a little bit more space, Ethan. But what if we built a huge data center up in like Box Elder County? Just massive.
Okay, I'm listening.
And we get some Canadian investors.
Okay. Canadians are the best.
I'm just talking about.
They're so nice and polite.
I've got some questions. I've got a lot of questions to be answered AI wise, and we're going to need a lot of cooling water We're going to need a lot of water to cool down these systems for you and I to be able to ask some questions of AI during the day.
We don't.
Could we put it? And if Box Elder County doesn't want to do it, then obviously they're not serious about business.
No.
Have we thought about putting one right here where this parking lot is?
Across from Broadcast House?
Across from Broadcast House?
You could put a nice sized data center
I know.
there.
Well, actually, not a very big one at all compared to the ones that they're doing.
It's 10 acres. That's a full 10 acres right there.
And what's great is about what we learned about data centers is nobody works there. Nobody has to park there.
No.
You have everyone working remotely and the machine's going all the time.
That parking lot's half empty anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
On its best day.
All right. Hey, Canada or China or whoever wants
What's his name? Mike.
Mr. Wonderful. Just Mr. Wonderful. That's all it is. David.
Mike.
Oh, jeez. I can't remember his name.
Mike O'Leary?
Kevin O'Leary. Yeah. Kevin O'Leary. Have you thought about, what is this over here? Between North and South Temple and about.
Second and Third West?
Yeah, between Second and Third West and between North and South Temple. You know what you have across the street from there? Crown Burger.
Just tell them south of the old Covered Wagon Motel.
They'll already know.
They'll know.
They'll already know.
They'll know.
Okay. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We've got more around the corner. When we continue, the working from home workforce in Utah, it's changed quite a bit since people have started to go back to the office. But how many people really did stay and keep it permanent? We'll talk about that and much more. Stay right here with us after news, traffic, and weather. It's KSL Brightside.
Good afternoon, 1:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. Look at our top stories this hour. Cuts to a Medicaid program were projected to save the federal government about $600 billion over the next decade, but Salt Lake County Council member and medical doctor Suzanne Harrison says these cuts will end up costing taxpayers in other ways.
Ultimately, it will result in increased burdens on our law enforcement, our jails, our emergency departments, costs to local governments, and ultimately costs to taxpayers and impacting those folks that need the care.
She also explained that these cuts to Medicaid could send all the county's efforts to improve homelessness and substance abuse backwards. The Utah Department of Alcoholic Beverages Services says they are going to build a new liquor store on 2100 South to replace their older one in Sugar House, but it'll be right next to a drug and alcohol recovery center. David Vasquez is the operations manager for Fellowship Hall Recovery Center, and he says that he wishes they had spoken to him beforehand, but he will take the decision in stride. He hopes being that close to the liquor store will allow them to show that there are people who will be there for those that need it the most and that their door is always open. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. It was an emotional morning in a Georgia courtroom today ahead of the sentencing of Colin Gray. He was convicted of second-degree murder and other charges for providing a rifle to his son, who used it to kill 2 teachers and 2 students at Appalachia High School.
Shayna Aspinwall is the widow of teacher and assistant football coach Ricky Aspinwall, one of the 4 victims who died. She described how the life of her family has been upended since the 2024 shooting.
My now 4-year-old thinks her daddy is still at football practice and wishes he could come home.
Prosecutors say Colin Gray should receive an 80-year sentence for providing his son the weapon he used to carry out the mass shooting. Peter Haralambous, ABC News.
And your money at this moment, the markets are rebounding from a dreadful day yesterday. The Dow is currently up 652 points. That's up more than 1.2%. The S&P's up 126, and the NASDAQ is up 697 points. That's more than 2.8%. Coming up, a little cooler than we thought it was going to be today, but those triple digits are still knocking on the door. Take a look at the full forecast next. KSL News Time, 1:32.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Advanced Window Products, I've got a great deal for you. If you're listening right now and your home is losing energy, and the reality is that sometimes you don't know how bad it is, have them come do a free energy audit. The folks at Advanced Window Products will come out, and they will actually take a look and say, hey, this is how much is escaping from your home. We can buckle that thing down, and we can start saving you money today. They manufacture the windows here, the foam-filled, low-E windows that other folks are making and don't even do as good of a job as making them. They make them right here in Utah. They sell them right here in Utah. They customize them for your home right here. They've been around for 40 years right here in the state of Utah. This is a Utah company. They warranty their product right here in the state of Utah. Today only. I've been telling you about $2,500 off of 10 windows or more. How about today offering $3,000 off of 10 windows or more? All you have to do is give them a call, 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. An extra $500 off today? Why not? Let's take advantage of it together. 801-850-9100. Advanced Window Products for the best window, the highest quality window. Get those rebates, get all of it together, and get taken care of by a local Utah company who knows windows better than anybody. $3,000 off of 10 windows or more today only. 801-850-9100. It's Advanced Windows.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Pack a picnic, bring your friends, and meet us in Park City. It's time for the 2026 Deer Valley Music Festival, the summer home of the Utah Symphony. Hear joyful masterworks like Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in the Wasatch Mountains. Sing your heart out with iconic performers like Idina Menzel and Lyle Lovett. Relax with concerts under the stars and make new family traditions. Every concert is a chance to experience the best of the Utah Symphony in the beauty of Park City. Concerts will sell out. Get your tickets and plan your visit at DeerValleyMusicFestival.org.
Trying to make sense of the markets? Looking to diversify out of all the craziness? Thinking about tangible assets like precious metals? Listen to The Gold Show with Walt Phillips right here on KSL at 3 p.m. Sunday afternoons. Stay up to date on retirement trends, how the IRA rollover process works, and why investors are turning to physical gold. Walt is a national talk show host with decades of experience in the markets. Tune in for Walt's Insights and The Gold Show this Sunday afternoon at 3.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at UCCU.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
No delays on I-15 between Ogden and Provo, but we do still have this disabled vehicle northbound Bangerter Highway at 6200 South. They're in between the main flow Bangerter Highway and the end of the on-ramp from 6200 South to northbound Bangerter Highway. So be careful getting onto Bangerter. There in Taylorsville, there are some people working on that disabled vehicle. Otherwise, it's some regular delays to expect. Eastbound I-80, that right lane filling up once again as you approach the US 40 turnoff. The Good Feet store, supporting you with comfort no matter what the day brings. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Well, we're seeing more hotter, drier air move into the Wasatch Front, and a chance of rain for the rest of the day is little to none right now. Look for a high of 98 degrees today with a little bit of cloud cover, less clouds, and a high of 102 tomorrow. Saturday could be the high point of the week. Forecasted high of 105 degrees. Right now it's 91 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at KSLNewsRadio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Doug Wright is probably rolling over in his grave hearing us back on the air.
And Alex Curie.
Well, first of all, Doug's not dead, but yeah, he probably would not approve.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Curie, and this week, the Gardner Policy Institute up at the University of Utah has dropped some information on us on working from home. It was the hottest topic during the pandemic, and then in the in the couple of years since. It's kind of faded out a lot. You don't hear quite so much about working from home, but they say that while Utah works from home less than we did a couple of years ago, we're actually still relatively high. We're 9th nationally for our share of home-based workers. We fell from a peak of 20% in 2021. So in 2021, 20% of us worked from home. To 2024, it was down to 15.7%. And you know what county leads the state in work from home?
Daggett.
No, it's not Daggett. You want one more guess?
Severe. Iron.
No. It's Utah County.
Oh, come on.
17.7% of workers in Utah County work from home.
Oh, they think they're so cool too. I get jealous, and all this also at the same time. I don't know, so I've always been, of all the time that we had during COVID that they had people working from home in this building, I was always the one who stayed here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I hosted a couple different shows during that time frame. Both of my co-hosts, you included, were always the ones working from home.
Yeah.
And I actually liked that. I liked being able to get away. Not for that sounds terrible. 3, 2, 1, start over. I loved being able to have that mix of I'm home over here and then I'm separating it and I have work over here.
Yeah.
And because I think that, well, one, it's hard. The other thing was, and they probably had me do this because it's hard to do a radio show when you have somebody going, Dad, Dad, where are the Lucky Charms? Did you hide them again? You know what I mean? Like, so for me, it was good to have that. And I've always wanted to be the one that could still come into the office periodically. You stayed home. My other co-hosts stayed home during those times, and I was pretty jealous sometimes because I'd be like, "Oh, they just clicked off that broadcast unit and then
they're home.
And then fell asleep or whatever. I don't know, or had a sandwich." I was always here, and I was saying also you weren't a full-time employee back then when
Correct.
we were doing the reboot of Nightside, the COVID edition or whatever
yeah,
we
that's
called
right,
it.
Yeah,
we were having meetings constantly that. When they told people like, oh, yeah, we're going to start coming back to work again, people freaked out. They're like, I'm never coming back. I have changed. This has turned a whole new thing for me.
Yeah.
And I'm staying home.
I remember.
And people were so upset about it. And
So-
there were some people that stayed. There were some people that didn't. But there were people who left because they were like, I'm finding something that's going to be 100% work from home.
I could never do that, I don't think. And I did the show remotely. When we did that, but my regular full-time job
You
at
still
Teton,
drove in.
I went in. I was the only one, and so what I did is
only one?
I was the only one
Oh.
because I don't live far from
Right,
the
the
Teton
office.
office.
Yeah,
So I drive in, and what I did is I moved all my stuff. We have this big, beautiful corner conference room.
Yeah.
Big table, very nice.
You
big
moved
TV.
into that.
I moved into that, and I worked for the entire pandemic from just the most
your
beautiful office.
From your quote corner office. Wink. Yeah,
It was amazing because otherwise I'm in a cubicle.
Sure.
And so. And I loved it. So I kind of have to either be at work or at home. I don't really do. I don't really mix
That's
those.
the thing is like the work balance is a problem because I'm the kind of guy that we're already like kind of always working in a way. We're always looking for stories, and you and I both. You'll get texts. You and Caitlin will get texts from me at 6 a.m. that'll have story ideas. I'll be looking at them at 11 at night also. Like, it's just the way that it is, the nature of our job. Like, we don't really turn it off. I'm not acting like I'm doing some sort of like, billable hours as an attorney. What I'm saying is that I have the same thing. My wife can't turn it off either. If she's at her office, fine. But if she's working from home, like, there's no real cutoff.
No.
She won't, and she's not very good at cutting herself off either and going, I'm going to give myself up to this time. I'll get, there's sometimes I'm like, you still going, huh? And she'll be like, she gets down she goes down that vein of working on this one thing, and she can't turn it off. I think companies take advantage of the fact that they're waiting for you to not cut it off.
I've got a little more information on how this has worked out. So if you just tuned in, we're talking about how overall we still have a lot of work from home people in Utah. We're 9th in the country. So relatively high. But it's down a lot from 2021. Do you know which industry has seen the biggest drop-off, the biggest decline in work from home?
In
work from home employees.
Plumbing?
Nope. Well, they never work from home.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so what? I don't know.
Government workers.
Oh, they made them all come back.
In Utah, 2021, 28.2% of government workers work from home. By 2024, it was down to 9.8%, so only 1 in 10.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I know why. I know why that fell so much is because, do you remember? So this is one of the problems that we have here in Utah is Utah leaders are really mean to their employees. Utah leaders love to demean government employees.
Are you being serious right now?
I'm being serious. They are mean about government employees. I'm talking about the elected political leaders.
Okay.
Because the bureaucrats get to be the scapegoats.
Okay,
And so
all right.
they are so mean about it. And so it's not a surprise to me that government workers were the ones that have gone back to work more than other industries, because I do remember back in those years that elected officials would talk openly about how they suspected that state employees were just a bunch of gold brickers, and
Wow.
they couldn't work from home.
It sounds like you're mean to them. No,
I
but
think
keep
they're
going.
great.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yes,
politicians will scapegoat government employees constantly, and I think that's one of the reasons why we've seen that dynamic. Is I don't think they are respected enough by ultimately their bosses to be able to continue to have that opportunity. But
interesting. I never had thought about it that way. Hey, government leaders, quit demeaning all the workers, would you? Now, the biggest the ones that have all stayed at home though, all tech jobs, right? That's like the shortest decline. Is
the information and tech sector has 40% of its workforce still remote.
Yeah.
Professional and scientific services, 33.3% still remote. Finance, insurance, and real estate, they still have 32.3% work remotely.
Okay.
The highest increase, so there has been at least one industry that now has more of its people working at home than they did during pandemic. This industry had 19.8% work from home in 2021 and a full 29% in 2024. So an increase of 19.8 to 29%.
Interesting, yeah.
And those are self-employed people.
Yeah,
self-employed people working from home.
And you
is
can.
increased.
You own your own business. In a lot of cases, that's a lot easier of a decision to make. Go, yeah, I'm actually working from home today.
Yeah.
But again, the person who's a business owner working from home, like that just never stops.
So I told you that Utah County had led the state highest remote work rate at 17.7%.
Where's Daggett?
I don't have Daggett.
You don't have the Daggett.
I don't have
information.
Daggett. Next, though, is Davis County at 17.5%. So only 0.2% behind Utah County, but still behind.
So 20% of my neighbors work from home.
17.5%.
Well, that's
not too, I mean, you can round up if you want, but
I'm going to.
This is a news station. Can we give the real number at least? And then what do you think the third one is? So Utah County first.
Salt Lake
Davis
County.
Salt Lake County third. Yeah, at 16.3%.
Got it. All right.
In Salt Lake, we just got to get out of the house.
I've been telling them that for years. Go into your office job, get demeaned by your elected official boss, and then go back home. And then just say, hey, can I work from home? Yeah, sure. All right.
Sure.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. When we return, I've got an interesting story here for you, Ethan. Can Pizza Hut be saved?
Okay.
I don't mean
yes.
I don't mean spiritually. I mean, can we reel back in the classic American Pizza Hut? Stay with us. More to go. KSL Brightside.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Murphy's Law says that if your air conditioner is going to break down this summer, it's going to be when you least expect it and at the worst possible time. And for a lot of homeowners, the fear isn't just the breakdown. It's worrying about what happens next. Is this going to cost a fortune? Am I going to be pressured into replacing it? Can somebody just help me figure out what's wrong? At Any Hour Services, that's exactly what we're here for. Maybe your system just needs maintenance to help prevent breakdowns before they happen. Maybe a part failed, and a simple repair gets you back up and running quickly. Or maybe your system's getting older, repairs are adding up, and you think replacing it makes more sense. Whatever the situation, we'll walk you through your options, answer your questions, and make sure you have the information you need to make the decision that's right for your home and your budget. Maintenance, repair, or replacement, you choose what's right for you. That's how Any Hour Services works. Options, not pressure. Call Any Hour Services next time you need help with your air conditioner. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
You trust us for news and information in your car. Now trust us at home. KSL News Radio has you covered, keeping you informed on the latest breaking news, weather, traffic, sports, and more. Listen on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device. Just say, Alexa, open KSL News Radio. Or listen on the KSL News Radio Listen app. Text the word app to 57500. KSL News Radio. We have you covered.
Is your AC running nonstop and your power bill still climbing?
If your windows are original to the house, you're paying to cool the whole neighborhood. I'm Nate with Advanced Window Products. Today only, July 30th, we're taking $3,000 off when you buy 10 or more windows, plus a free upgrade to our high-performance series. Foam-filled frames, low E366 glass with an I-89 coating, built for Utah's brutal summer heat. These windows also qualify for rebates up to $5.50 per square foot from Rocky Mountain Power and Dominion Energy. We manufacture, install, and back these windows for life with no middleman. That's a $200 value per window. Call Advanced Window Products, 801-850-9100. $3,000 off when you buy 10 or more windows, and a free upgrade to our high-performance series. If you need one more day, we'll take your call tomorrow, July 31st. But after that, this deal is gone for good. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. We sure do appreciate you tuning in. And let me tell you something.
Yeah, what do you have?
When I was growing up, Pizza Hut was always the pizza that we never ate.
It was too classy.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
You go, you have a nice sit-down restaurant. It was, we did Papa Murphy's was a big one at our house, the take and bake. And then frozen pizza. You know, we'd have sometimes frozen pizza, things like that. But like the restaurant pizza was kind of beyond what we really did. We had 7 kids in our family.
Yeah.
And so it was just beyond that. But I do remember that the Pizza Hut restaurants were kind of iconic. Now Pizza Hut is looking back at those and saying, hey, maybe there's something here that we need to go back to, because Pizza Hut is kind of been getting its tail beat.
Which is weird, because I think, from a pure just like chain pizza standpoint, I think that Pizza Hut has the best chain pizza, like, big chain pizza flavor taste.
It's great pizza.
I think it's fine.
But they're losing market share to Domino's.
Didn't they just sell? Did they just sell some version of this to private equity, or was it just the Pizza Hut?
They did.
Well, then good luck trying to like expand it to make your costs bigger, because I feel like that would be a tougher deal. There are some franchisees though that have gotten approval to be able to have some of the restauants be back to the kind of sit-down thing.
This has been part of this private equity deal. So Yum Brands sold off Pizza Hut to Long Range Capital for $2.7 billion, okay? Because it's just been struggling. And what they're doing is they are going back to the nostalgia branding. You remember the red plastic cups?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Am I mistaken, or is the best root beer you've ever had
out of that plastic?
Out of a red plastic.
That acrylic.
Yeah.
But it has to say like Coca-Cola on it, but still root beer.
It's root beer.
Right.
We never drank Coke
or
as a
it said
kid.
Pizza Hut on it. So there's that. There's the light chandeliers that are over the booths that are also
that say Pizza Hut.
That say Pizza Hut on them, that are like it's like stained glass. If it was fake stained glass.
And then you have the red roofs.
Right. Pac-Man in the lobby.
You remember the tabletop games?
That's what I'm saying. It was like Pac-Man or Space Invaders, like on that flat
with the
tabletop
rollerball,
with the rollerball.
Yeah.
And I think that if you're able to do that kind of stuff, look, everything is back to trying to get you and I to buy stuff at these restaurants, Ethan, which is because we go back. But I will say, if they brought back the legitimate like buffet, I would do it. You know what I mean? Like the old pizza buffets were. And it must have just been a losing proposition. But the pizza buffet has gone the wayside. Am I wrong?
No. Well, there are dedicated pizza buffets now, but yes,
but they're fewer and further between.
Mid-range pizza buffet.
Yeah.
We got a text here.
The one that had but also the salad bar because you were healthy.
Yeah.
So it had the kale between all of the different. Think of that like plastic, like where the all of the salad dressings were in the like little those like dark brown plastic things with a little scooper. But everything had the kale in between it.
Yeah,
because you were in a garden. You were basically in a garden, Ethan.
I had a hard time embracing kale when it was popular because I only ever knew kale as something that got shoved down in the ice between bowls of
salad dressings.
Other things.
Of chopped up eggs. And so what's funny about that is that kale was like the number one importer of kale was Pizza Hut, just to put between stuff.
Was it?
Yeah, yes. And so then we started putting it in smoothies, and the kale producers are like, you guys, they think that this is healthy for them. So it's higher protein.
Here's part of the deal, though. So if you want to completely renovate a Pizza Hut restaurant, make it brand new, it costs as much as $300,000. Do you know how much it costs to do a retro remodel where you just restore the old stuff? It's $90,000 to $95,000.
See, but again,
so significantly less. So
you can go on Reddit. You can go on Reddit and find the subreddit of all of the different, like, what used to be Pizza Huts, and it's like banks, and you're like, okay, for sure that's a Pizza Hut.
Insurance sales.
Yes, and they're all the same. It's that iconic roof, and so you're saying if I redid that, then it would be a lot cheaper.
So so renovating it to the retro format is cheaper, and then they're thinking that this could revive the brand. People are going to come back for the nostalgia. Would you? Yes, you would. Come on. Why are you? Why are you thinking this long about it?
I'm not thinking this long about it. I'm just trying to articulate how much I would want to have this happen, because I think we need to get back to. I'm kind of sick, Ethan, of the quick service
young people.
Well, that too. No, but the quick service restaurant that you're standing the old Cafe Rio model, right? I say the old Cafe Rio model like they invented it, but you see what I'm saying? Where you're standing in like the line that kind of winds through. You go up, you're standing there, you go through the line, say that, and that. They do it all together or they put it on there for you as you're doing it. You get to the end thing and pay, and they still ask you for a 20% tip. Mm-hmm. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. If I'm going to go pay for the restaurant price and I'm going to pay for the 20% tip, I want somebody to take my dishes away. Does that sound like some sort of tyrant thing?
No, it doesn't.
I like going to the restaurant. I want to get back. It's not just about getting back to Pizza Hut, although I do love the retro Pizza Hut. I want to get back to sitting down and having somebody serve you and having them take your plates away, and you walking out, throwing a few dollars under a cup. You know what I mean? That's the retro experience that I want to have.
If I could go and sit down at an old booth with the red fake leather, underneath the Pizza Hut Pizza Hut chandelier,
and it's darker because they don't want you to see all the details,
and get served a root beer in that red cup.
But have somebody and they clear the table for you, and they're nice, and they have a. Do they still have the visors that they wear? Didn't they have a Pizza Hut visor?
That would be over the top.
I'd buy a Pizza Hut visor right now.
All right, we got some texts. I want to hit a few of these texts. So these are some controversial texts.
Oh, they don't like it?
Ben says, "Long live Ambassador Pizza."
What is that?
It's pizza.
Oh, I thought it was like a lifestyle. Ambassador Pizza is the only way I go.
Round Table Pizza, way better, not even close. Best chain pizza by far.
Oh, okay.
And then someone else says, better start giving the reading coupons for the free personal pizza. That was the life.
Oh my goodness!
Child.
Remember those?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
And because again, Pizza Hut was so classy that the personal pan pizza. The problem was my parents knew exactly what that meant, which was, okay, we're going to get you the personal pan pizza. I guess that means we're all going.
Yeah.
And which is also, when you're a kid, you don't care. You're like, yeah.
Someone else says to put Minecraft in as the tabletop game.
Do it.
And get the kids wanting to go. That would work.
But again, it'll draw people like you and I, Ethan, because we had these nostalgic things happen for us. I want it to happen again for my kids. You know what I mean?
I think it would be phenomenal. Now, people have been bringing up their chains. Their pizza chains.
Yeah.
I want to know who remembers, and this is going to be a blast of the past maybe for some Salt Lake residents. So if you are a Salt Lake resident, maybe you remember Duratskeller Pizza.
Never heard of it. And Duratskeller?
Duratskeller Pizza on 21st South.
No.
I wonder if the sign is still up, because the sign was up for a long time, and I wonder if it's still up.
So it sounds like Rat Skeleton. Duratskeller Pizza?
Duratskeller Pizza, and it's a German kid. So the logo was a German kid, like wearing the lederhosen and carrying a pizza.
I don't lean on Germans for their pizza knowledge.
Well, this was what made it fun.
No, fun or gross? Which one?
Well, I mean, when you're a kid, it's all good.
Yeah.
Any pizza works.
Yeah, they're all put some schnitzel and gravy on it.
If you remember the old Duratskeller Pizza, you drop me a line 57500. I would love to hear from you.
Oh my goodness,
because we are buddies.
Oh, Duratskeller Pizza. That sounds so freaking weird. Fine, I like it. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think if for me, if we could bring back the Pizza Hut, and maybe we're the weirdos, But bring back the Pizza Hut. Have like the Pizza Hut pizza buffet is available for lunch or all day on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know what I mean? Or make it a one day. Make it like a Sunday brunch type of deal where it's so special that you go, we're only doing it one day a week. You know what I mean? And let's have it happen. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And I think it's not just about making it happen. It's also just like, hey, I would go and I would support this. I would absolutely support it. All right. We'll take a break. We got more to go around the corner after news, traffic, and weather. KSL Brightside continues. The Costco parking lot wars. It's America's favorite retailer, but the battles in the parking lots have to stop.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It is 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. Utah's seen a sharp decline in people working from home, but some industries and even ethnic groups continue to see higher numbers. KSL News Radio's Brianna Willis has details.
At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of Utahns working from home tripled, but since then, those numbers started to decline. However, the Kim C. Gardner Policy Institute reports there are several groups that continue to find good work from home options. Nearly 40% of people working in the information industry work from home. It's also more common among those earning more than $75,000 a year and those who are self-employed. Government employees and Utah's Pacific Islander population saw the biggest drop in work from home rates among all of Utah's other racial and ethnic group populations. Asian and white workers are most likely to hold work from home positions. Brianna Willis, KSL News Radio.
In our top national story this hour from ABC News, we are hearing from the father of a 10-year-old boy who was saved by a teenage lifeguard at a California state beach this week, the video of which has since gone viral.
President Trump says 16-year-old lifeguard Ryder Williams will be invited to the White House to be honored. Williams was caught on witness video battling waves to save a drowning 10-year-old boy at a Santa Cruz beach. That boy was Nathaniel Rye. His father says without Williams racing to him, Rye, who was on vacation with his sister and mom in California, would not have survived.
From what I gathered, he assumed he was going to die. He was drowning. He knew he was drowning. He blacked out. He went unconscious.
He says he feels so lucky that Williams was there to save his son. Alex Stone, ABC News.
And your money at this moment, the markets are rebounding today. The Dow is currently up 615 points. The S&P is up 121. The NASDAQ is up 679 points. Cost of oil has dropped about 75 cents a barrel. Coming up, not as hot as we thought it was going to be today, but still toasty, and we are still looking at some very hot temperatures this weekend. Take a look at that forecast next. KSL News Time, 2:02.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Did you know Utah State University is home to one of the nation's leading centers for disability research and advocacy? At the Institute for Disability Research, Policy, and Practice, we work side by side with Utahns with disabilities, their families, and community partners to make our state more accessible and inclusive for everyone. Our researchers, educators, and advocates partner with family service providers and policymakers to create real lasting change. We believe that everyone deserves a chance to live, learn, work, and play in our communities. From helping children reach their potential in early intervention programs, to building accessible technologies, to improving mental health and employment supports, our work touches every corner of the state. The Institute for Disability Research, Policy, and Practice is the only disability-focused research center in the state of Utah. That means we're Utah's home for innovation, data-driven policy, and community solutions that make life better for people with disabilities. Find us at idrpp.usu.edu.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Kitchen and bath transformations start with AMC Building Materials. AMC Building Materials is a large kitchen cabinet and countertop supplier serving both wholesale and retail customers. AMC offers factory direct pricing on all interior remodeling materials, giving you exceptional value without sacrificing quality. Most standard items are available for quick payment and pickup right away. AMC Building Materials provides professional service, free design, and free on-site measurements, along with expert installation by top AMC professionals. From bold kitchen designs to beautiful functional bathrooms, AMC delivers outstanding value with styles you'll love. And best of all, most projects can be completed within just 10 days. Come experience beauty you can see, quality you can feel, and service you can trust. Get directions to the new AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West today and schedule your free estimate. Visit amckitchenslc.org. That's amckitchenslc.org.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
We've got some extra slowdowns westbound on the 201 freeway in Magna, approaching 8,000 west. That's due to construction. Looks like one right lane is closed off. You can still turn right there, though. We also have some light delays northbound I-15 from the I-80 201 interchange reaching up to 13th South. Just a little slow there. And then in Utah County on southbound State Street, there's some emergency maintenance at 1400 North. That's causing some dense traffic right there as you get toward 1400 North and come in toward Springville. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for a high of 98 degrees today. Very little to no chance of rain for the rest of the day, at least around Salt Lake City. High of 102 tomorrow. Overnight lows in the 70s again. And then come Saturday, we could see the hottest temperature of the week at 105 degrees. We're going to be staying in the triple digits again on Sunday. Right now, it is 93 degrees and mostly clear in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
And you're sure management's okay with this?
And Alex Keary.
I thought you cleared it with them.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. Thanks so much for joining us. We sure do appreciate it. And boy, I got a big response via text to 57500. A lot of people remember Duratskeller. I loved that pizza.
Who's
yes, a
go
Utah
to a
icon.
restaurant? Go to a restaurant called Duratskeller. Obviously,
it's a funny name, isn't it?
It is a funny name, and boy, that pizza better be good if it's going to be called that. And I could also see why it went out. You don't eat Duratskeller pizza anymore?
I got two texts. I got two texts from people who remembered the Duratskeller location in Cottonwood Heights, which I did not know about. I was only aware of the one on 21st South. Mm-hmm. And then we also got a call. Carl called also during the break. He remembers that also. So, okay. And then we also got a tip for you, Alex. It was phoned in during the break. Because you mentioned how you don't really like doing the tips at the fast casual places where you have to tell them what you want in their burrito.
I am happy to pay a tip at a restaurant. I want to do it. I want to go back to where we're actually sitting and enjoying a meal together and then not having to worry about cleaning up, which is, even just the part where you eat a meal and then walk it over to the garbage and have to put it in there and then put the tray on top of there, that cheapens it for me. But I've already paid the same amount in a tip.
It does for a lot of people. But this person texted in and they said, hey, you know what you should try? They take cash to those restaurants and then they leave a couple of bucks in cash to the person. And because then they know that it went to that person specifically and not to some kind of weird
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Pool.
Or that the boss gets most of it. You're exactly right.
And in fact, I
hate this idea. Ethan, at the end of every show, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start going like this. Oh, man, it's been awesome doing the show, Ethan. And I turn my computer to you, and I'm going to go, it's going to be a couple questions on the computer screen.
If you wouldn't mind just verifying this information.
The couple of questions is, give me a tip, question mark? Like, that's when they say that, they go, you're going to have a couple questions in front of you. I always go, but I'm nervous about what they're going to think of me. I'm nervous what the 19-and-a-half-year-old barista is going to think of me when they go, it's going to ask you a question, they turn the screen to me, and I go, gosh dang it.
I have a couple of times asked.
Got me.
When I've been asked for a tip, I have a few times asked,
where does this go?
Tell me where this goes. Where does this tip go?
That's where Old Man Millard shows up
and
to
they
the party.
Always say,
where do these tips actually go? Pulls his pants up a little bit.
They always say, no, it goes to us. And I say, but
you?
I say, does the owner take a cut or anything? They say, no, it goes to us. So I have to take the word for it. I'd also like to confirm that I pulled it up on Google Maps, as of May 2022, the Durat-Skeller pizza sign is still ruling over Sugar House.
Let me have a look at it.
Here it is. There it is.
What's crazy is
it's a little blonde Bavarian boy.
It's
with a pizza.
Yeah, I think I know exactly where that is. Because it's on the way down, it's on
8 something east, between 8 and 9th east.
Yeah, and it's on that north side of the road, right?
Yep, north side of the road.
So
yeah.
I'm almost certain that American Rust Company building got torn totally down.
Oh,
I'm almost
it really?
certain of it. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I think so. Don't quote me on it. Maybe the American Rust Company's like, we're still in business. No.
So this tells you how often I get to Sugar House anymore.
I know.
Has anyone seen the Durat-Skeller pizza sign since May of 2022? I guess that's the question.
Or maybe it's out of business. I don't know if the building came down, but it might be that antique shop might be out of business. Is it? No. I'm quoting it wrong. It's in business still. No. But I think that some of the stuff has been taken down. Durat-Skeller. Gosh, I can't believe. I hate even saying it, dude.
Durat-Skeller?
Durat-Skeller.
Hey, let's pivot.
Okay, what do you
pivot?
Yeah, what do you got?
So I don't know what to think about USA Today.
What does that mean? It's a company that does news. We're a news company.
Do they?
Okay.
Because they had an article up here that I felt was a little bit abusive.
What do you mean?
Well, look, we know that at the end of the day, there is a thing you kind of have to do in news, and you have to just get people to pay attention, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there are a lot of ways you can do that.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Here is the headline. Welcome to the Costco parking lot wars. It's Survivor with cars. So are you gonna click on that?
That does sound.
Yeah, you're gonna click on that.
That does sound pretty wild, right?
And then you turn it on, and then you read the article, and all it is, they've just interviewed a bunch of people
who have a hard time finding a parking spot here and there at Costco.
Who say that, and they all have the same story. I can't find a parking spot.
Costco's not the problem.
Or this guy stole my spot.
Oh yeah.
And I think to myself, because I have a method for parking at Costco.
I knew. Okay, I'm pulling up for this.
Can I share this with you?
I'm pulling up with a bottle of or with a box of popcorn for this thing.
So the Costco's that I frequent. Okay.
Sheesh, how many are you going to?
Well, we have 2 that we bounce back and forth between. We go to the one in Murray.
Somebody hit the first world problem. Somebody hit the news for the 1% for Ethan. Going to Costco's all day long.
2 Costco's?
Yeah.
We do the Costco in Murray, and we do the Costco on 21st South.
Okay.
The mega Costco.
World's largest.
Yeah. Because sometimes you need a goat.
Well, sometimes you need industrial kitchen supplies.
Yeah. Sometimes you need 1,000 brown paper bags.
Also,
one place
just as a side note, because sometimes I will go into that area where like the pots and pans are, and they do because like they have like cool stuff back there. They'll have like an industrial like freezer, and you're like, I might need this. But they also have it's not just the world's largest Costco, it's the world's largest cigarette cage. You know what I'm talking about? That one back there, and there's like a person, they're like, welcome. You're like, geez, are people still buying cigarettes back here at this rate?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, they are.
In Salt Lake, they sure are.
You wanted menthol, right?
And honestly, this would survive. This would eliminate many, 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 many things. And that is just take the faraway spot.
I do it. I walk.
Just take the faraway spot.
I will walk it. Now, here's the thing: is the one that we frequent, the Bountiful Costco. I rarely have a moment where I go, I've been sitting around waiting for a spot. The turnover in a Costco parking lot is good enough to where it's happening constantly.
Yeah.
And here's what I appreciate about a Costco parking lot too. The spots are wide, right?
They are big spots.
The spots are wide, and so
Yeah.
you don't have nearly the stupidity of people jamming in there and banging their doors against one another. And so I appreciate a Costco parking lot, and I've never really had the Costco parking lot battle
And
with other that is being described as you're talking about.
And you know why you've never had it?
Yeah.
Because
Why?
you've never gone and tried to fight for one of the front parking spots.
I'm fine to go walk it.
Which is a fool's errand. So
okay, I don't think Costco's the
faraway
worst.
spot.
I don't think Costco's the worst parking lot. Okay, we'll take text on this. Where's the worst type of place to try to park, where you end up with the most fights in a parking lot? 57500. The one where people are like, it does have
The
less
prison,
turnover.
the state prison.
The state prison. It does have less turnover, on top of the fact that but it's always packed and people are having a hard time. Like if your turn signal's on in the parking lot for more than 30 seconds, like you could have been in reverse and parked at a different spot and walked in. You'd have been 3/4 of the way to this place.
You would have been way ahead.
Yeah.
But I want to say this, though, to USA Today.
Oh, your beef is still.
I felt a little bit
the headline
manipulated.
writer.
I felt a little bit manipulated by this headline.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's.
But I will say this.
Yeah, what is it?
There is one thing that consistently bothers me.
Which is?
The electric vehicle parking.
Oh.
So the electric vehicle parking clearly states that this is for people parking while they use the electric pump.
Sorry.
And I see it all the time. People pull their electric vehicles up and just park there.
Yeah.
And they don't connect to the pump, and they don't do any of what they're supposed to, and they just walk inside. That part does bother me.
So they don't. You mean the it's just plugged in? It's not taking a charge?
No. They don't plug it in. They just pull up and sit there.
But it's an electric car.
It's an electric car. They pull up and they just sit. They just park there. We got a text. Worst parking ever. Leaving Maverick Center after an event. No rules. All anger.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah.
21st South Home Depot.
That's for a whole different reason that you don't like it, because you're getting harassed on the way in there.
You know what I love about the 21st South Home Depot?
What?
Is all the people that are basically parked on eastbound coming off the eastbound 201 because they don't want to go to the light. They want to cut through.
Yeah.
And
have patience. Just drive all the way to the front of that.
Costco in Ogden has the worst parking lot.
Oh.
Here's one that says Mountain America Expo Center. See, that one is bad because it's only got the two.
Walmart are bad parking lots, and I'll tell you why. A lot of cases they have the one way and the angled parking. And when you get somebody if you want to make me mad, you come up the wrong way.
That's the problem at the 21st South Costco.
I will. Oh, they do have the directional thing. The directional ones, and when you get the direction wrong, that's when I pull out the staring. That's when I start to stare at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the arrow clearly states in front of me. And don't pretend like you didn't see it.
Yeah.
You're either dumb or you're a liar. You tell me which one you are, because you're coming down that way and you're going like this, and I'm looking at you going,
how are you going to do it?
And they'll put the signal on, but the thing is they're coming from the wrong direction, and so they think they're going to be able to turn into that spot. They can't. Not from that direction.
No.
It's facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I just got back to hating people again. I liked people for a minute. Humans were my friend for 1 minute, and I got back to hating them again.
We got to vote for national parks. We got to vote for BYU football games.
Oh, yeah, and those are paid spots too.
And any shopping center that is primarily rented out to dining places.
Okay.
Because it was originally designed for retail, not food places.
Right, and the food places are there, and those people have been there for 45 minutes or an hour or more. All right. Yep. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We have more around the corner. Keep those texts coming in. The places that are the absolute worst, that you see the most parking lot confrontations in. The one with the signal on and the lady flipping the guy off because he stole my spot. 57500. When we come back, how Ford is going to start dropping models of their vehicles, and they're using another retailer and the way that they do it to be able to pique your interest. Stay here. More to go. KSL Brightside.
One day, that's it. That's how long this offer lasts. So if you've been putting off new windows, today is the day to stop waiting. I'm Nate with Advanced Window Products. Today only, July 30th, we're taking $3,000 off when you buy 10 or more windows, plus a free upgrade to our high-performance series. Foam-filled frames, low E366 glass with an I-89 coating, built for Utah's brutal summer heat. These windows also qualify for rebates up to $5.50 per square foot from Rocky Mountain Power and Dominion Energy. We manufacture, install, and back these windows for life with no middleman. That's a $200 value per window. Call Advanced Window Products, 801-850-9100. $3,000 off when you buy 10 or more windows, and a free upgrade to our high-performance series. If you need one more day, we'll take your call tomorrow, July 31st. But after that, this deal is gone for good. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100.
I'm really interested to hear about how your parents talk to you at home, and how do you think they can kind of break through to you?
It's just to talk about it. It's just seriously it's going to be awkward at first. But if you keep repeating it over and over again, it's just going to feel natural.
Keep going, and soon we'll just be able to talk about it.
Talking about mental health with your teens is the power of we in action. Visit intermountainhealth.org/teen mental health.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Right now, JCW's has 15 bus and billboards depicting our delicious, mouthwatering hamburgers across I-15. We've also just learned that I-15 averages 15 fender benders a day. Probably a coincidence, but just in case, keep your eyes on the road. Here's what our burgers sound like. Now, with your hands at 10 and 2, safely turn into one of our 5 locations at American Fork, Lehigh, Provo, South Jordan, and Harriman. JCW's. Quality and a lot of it.
Summer is here. Vacations are booked, pictures are coming, and the pool days are happening. This is Greg Skordas, and this year, don't sit on the sidelines. Start with SOTA, S-O-T-A. No shots, no pills, no crazy restrictions. Get 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SOTA and mention this radio station. The reason I went with SOTA is this. SOTA believes weight loss should be temporary. Results should not be. Instead of putting me on shots, pills, or expensive medications that can become an ongoing commitment, SOTA taught me how to eat for my body and to keep my weight off for good. Weight loss medications can be expensive for many people, and the bill does not end. SOTA is different. A degreed nutritionist hooked me up with the root causes of my challenges, guided me, and taught me lifelong habits on how to lose weight without signing up for a lifelong bill. And you can get 4 free weeks if you call 866-800-SOTA and mention KSL News Radio. Check out their thousands of success stories, nearly 9,000 Google reviews. Remember, SOTA is, say it with me, state of the art.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And
do you want to pivot to the conversation we were just having?
No,
I kind of do. You because it was actually part of it. I read an article that brought the same thing up and kind of validated it. All it is I was just going to say this.
Where'd you see the article?
USA Today. No, what was the thing you hated?
Because I'm done with USA Today.
No, I was like, what was the thing that Ethan hated? I'm glad my brain booted it up. And the headline was very, very misleading. It was
sounds like them.
Humans murdering each other over this one house detail. Details at 10. No, but I was having this conversation with somebody, and then they pointed me in the direction of the most wasteful rooms, basically, that people think that they need in homes.
Yeah.
And we just don't need them anymore. Or we've never needed them, and we think we do.
And I'll tell you right now.
What?
Formal dining room.
Formal dining room was high on the list, and I was thinking to myself, of course. And I'm glad our house doesn't have a formal dining room. We just need the regular one. We need a space for 10 people. I mean, mostly because
you build a house. So we have a formal dining room just in case we want 15 people over for a formal dinner.
It'll never happen.
Which never happens.
I was going to say, you think Emily ever wants to have 15 people over at the house ever? Come on.
But we have this formal dining room. It's got this giant table, and it just collects mail.
Well, and they're like
and
this.
Kids' backpacks.
And they're like, oh, it's formal dining room. You know what that means? These chairs need to have rich mahogany. No, these are the dumbest things ever.
If we repurpose this room, where would we have our formal dining room? Nowhere. This is what you got to build the house.
Eat at your table.
You got to build the house for the life that you live every day. Yeah. And if sometime in your life you need to have people over for dinner, just find someone that has a key to the church.
We had these people that took advantage of that way too much. They were having every get-together. And I'm like, are those guys serious? They're back again in the freaking cultural hall having another family reunion? How many family reunions have they had? They're like, no, it's actually just Friday dinner.
Honestly, why does anyone need a formal dining room?
Now, at the same time, the cultural hall doesn't get enough work. Let's get it going. I'm so congrats. If someone else going to use it.
Someone else texted in their wasted space is the formal front room, or as we call it, the home teaching room.
Oh,
right.
It's not that. You know what it's called? It's called what do they call those? It's not the reception area. No, it's not a front room either. It's called gosh darn it. Somebody's going to text in because they're smarter than we are. But
what's the fancy real estate
term
for?
What was it was the gosh, I actually talked about reception. It's not the foyer. I don't think. But foyer does sound good, Don. You're exactly right. Oh, it's something it's like the reception room. I can't remember what it's called. Either way, somebody text me what the name of the home teaching room is at your house, because we don't have a formal dining room at our house.
You're so lucky.
We also the other big waste was the theater rooms. They were like, people need that. They think they need that theater room. It's like, why don't you just have a room that you have? I mean, it's so obnoxious to have the step down and the crazy purpose built couches. Is get some big couches, put them in an open space where I don't want to go down into somebody's theater where they go, I have a huge 98-inch screen down in my theater and we could watch a football game. I'm like, yeah, but then I'm in the bowels of your home.
The problem is,
I don't want to be there.
Then the problem is you go down to watch something, you can't get it to work because no one's used it for 6 months. The last person used it was a kid who unplugged everything.
Well, no, then they go, well, the stack where all the audio stuff is behind this wall. Open it up, go back there, it's going. Anyway, those are the biggest waste.
We got a text. Is it a sitting room?
It's the sitting room.
Yeah.
It's the sitting room, which, again, we have a couch in there, and there's some pictures. I haven't seen them for months.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those pictures for months.
Now, we have that front room there in our house, but I actually use it because, so everyone has their
If we do it, we're going to convert that into an office. If I want to convert it into an office.
Everyone has a dumb hobby. And mine is I have a collection of.
I know. I already know this collection of
books.
Dolls. Oh, sorry, books.
And so that's what I kind of turned that room into. So that works for me.
By the way,
I'm glad for that room. It serves an important purpose.
By the way, this guy or these folks who I grew up with, they had a Cabbage Patch doll collection.
Oh yeah,
an adult guy that I knew who owned I want to say a car repair center.
Was this here in Salt Lake?
No, it was in Texas.
Because I don't want someone to.
He and his wife
to hear this and have hurt feelings.
No. He and his wife had a absolute massive wall. It was I remember it, just like a pyramid of Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah,
that was their hobby. So it could be a lot worse, Ethan. Maybe they're cashing. Maybe they cashed in on it. Maybe they ended up being $1,000 a Cabbage Patch doll. But I don't. Gosh, remember the Cabbage Patch dolls?
Oh yeah.
I remember getting one and being like, "Well, it's a tough one because he's got a football jersey on."
You got
this
one?
isn't a doll. Oh yeah.
I remember having mixed
a Walter
about
Payton
that because
jersey on.
I saw that and it was just something new. It was just having something new, and I remember feeling like, I wonder if I would like to have one of these. I never quite reconciled it. You remember My Buddy?
My Buddy
that became the boy doll.
Oh yeah,
right?
and then
there was Kid Sister.
Kid Sister.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who's going along in their car right now could sing My Buddy, wherever I go, he goes.
Yeah, that's perfect. You know what's so funny is this has become such a massive nostalgia show.
Oh yeah,
it seems like
Pizza
every
Hut,
segment.
Pizza Hut and my buddy. Two things I didn't think were going to come up on the program today. And by the way, my buddy never could afford one. Never owned one.
No. So I want to talk about the topic that we had scheduled, but we got to go to news, traffic, and weather here in a minute.
Not yet. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that we could save it because it really is a cool subject. So Ford I'll just do a little tease here. We'll talk about this when we come back. But Ford is rolling out this new strategy. Ford looked at what Nike was doing. You know how Nike's been doing these shoe drops? And Ford looked at that and thought, well, hey, maybe this is a way to kind of increase interest in Ford cars and trucks.
Interesting.
And so we'll tell you kind of what they're planning because I think it seems kind of cool. And honestly, once again, it's kind of picking at that part of our brain that loves nostalgia. So we're just
which part?
pushovers.
The Ford cars or the Nike shoes?
The part of our brain that loves nostalgia.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ford is picking at that part of our brain.
Yeah.
Nike's been doing that for years. Nike has been abusing us emotionally for several years now.
Nike Air, you couldn't buy something more important than that when I was a kid. And we just were a kid. We're a family with 6 kids. We just were not buying Nike shoes.
I think I've never owned a pair of Nikes to this day. I really think I never have.
Hey, Caitlin.
I know I never did as a kid.
Should we get an office pool to finally get Ethan that pair of Nike shoes
Don't
that
want
he's always
them.
wanted?
Don't want them.
Sir, I want to buy these shoes for my radio co-host. He's never had a pair of Nike shoes.
Shout out Paul Nelson.
Oh, love Paul, man. That was his favorite hated song in the history of songs. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got more after news, traffic, and weather. Stay here. It's KSL Brightside.
2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. A judge has denied Corey Richens' request for a new trial. She was convicted of killing her husband more than 4 years ago before authoring a children's book about coping with the death of a loved one. KSL News Radio's Adam Small has details.
Richens' attorneys asked that the judge who's overseen her case for years be removed from the case, claiming he was biased. They claimed he was impatient and hostile towards them while being friendly and helpful to prosecutors. However, a third-party judge reviewed video clips from the trial the defense used to back up their claims and found the judge in the case did not come close to being antagonistic or biased enough to warrant a new trial.
Richens was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Her attorneys, prosecutors, and the judge are scheduled to meet again tomorrow. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The U.S. and Iran have been trading strikes with one another again in the overnight hours. Jordan said it intercepted Iranian missiles, and Egypt said a drone hit one of their ports. ABC's Karen Travers has more on what we've heard from President Trump so far.
The president has claimed that talks are going on, even as the Iranians have denied that and said that they're not engaged in any direct talks with the United States at this point. The president has also said that the Iranians are begging for a deal, but nothing we have seen or heard from them publicly would indicate that that's the case.
The president has been hinting at larger strikes. Your money at this moment, the Dow has closed up 613 points. The S&P is up 121. And coming up, record-breaking heat this weekend. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:32.
Hi, I'm Maria Shilaos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
As we celebrate America 250, KSL presents Utah Cornerstones, honoring the businesses that built our past and continue to shape our future. Some things in Utah just keep growing stronger with time. What began as a family farm in West Layton, land worked by generations of the Stevenson family, grew into J&J Produce in 1970, serving the community from a simple covered Army barracks. Today, J&J Garden Center is Utah's largest producing nursery, with over 100 acres of locally grown trees, plants, flowers, and garden favorites. Through decades of growth, one thing has never changed: their commitment to quality, knowledge, and treating customers like family. Visit J&J Garden Center in Layton and discover why generations of Utah gardeners continue to grow with J&J. J&J Garden Center, rooted in Utah, growing for generations. Utah Cornerstones on KSL News Radio.
Summer
summertime and the saving is easy at Dave's Bernina in Provo and St. George. Ladies, Dave's Bernina makes it easy for you to own a new Bernina quilting machine.
Big savings on embroidery and sewing machines. Come in and find out about the new products to be released in the upcoming weeks. Special pre-order pricing on the all-new Bernina 790 Ultra, 580 and 495 Liberty editions, and the Bernina 660 and 620 Surgers.
Come in now.
24 to 48 months, 0% interest on specific machine purchases. The Bernina 990, 770 Pro, and 570 are on sale, featuring free accessory bundles worth from $2,900 up to $4,600.
Dave's Bernina, 691 East St. George Boulevard and 2017 North, 550 West in Provo.
So have some creative fun this summer.
Dave'sBernina.com.
Great deals on trade-in machines while they last.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Northbound I-15 has some delays. This is from the I-80 201 interchange up to 13th South. That's due to a crash. They're in between main flow and the off-ramp at 13th South, so out of traffic, but still causing a little bit of delay. Northbound Bangerter Highway has some residual congestion at the 201 freeway. There was a crash there too, but that was quickly cleared off the road. And westbound on the 201 freeway, some early heavy traffic approaching 8000 West. Due to construction, a right lane is closed, but you can still turn right on 8000 West. While you're planning your day, plan for comfort too with the Good Feet store. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Partly cloudy with chances for an afternoon thunderstorm today. Highs in the hundreds this weekend. We could see record-breaking heat on Saturday with a high of 105. Right now it is 93 and fair. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Should we do this story? Should we do the next segment on that?
No.
No? All right.
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to enjoy our off mic conversation. I'm going to go back to the rundown. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm in the corner. I'm banned.
No, it's
from
fine.
Talking to you.
It's fine. All right.
Grow up, Kiri.
All right. Ford taking a play from Nike. Now Nike became famous over the last several years of doing their shoe drops. Now someone texted in. Who was it? Was it? It was Eric. Eric said that they were Air Jordans, were kind of the shoe drop. That they were doing different versions of Air Jordans, and they would drop them limited editions, and they would drop these really, really neat different ways to do the color and just various things.
Well, now
you can imagine the ways
they sort
that
of doing with
adjust
everything now. They sort of doing with and I'll tell you, I had a nephew who made a lot of money standing in lines or getting them online and then reselling them for massive amounts of money.
Yeah. So Ford is going to do a similar thing. They're doing it first off with what they're calling the 2026 Bronco Desert Rising. Now, they are doing 1,000. This is a limited run of 1,000. Now, the total package costs $13,695 on top of the base model. So there is an extra expense onto these, but you get a custom paint job, which are sunrise-inspired graphics. You get custom leather upholstery, certain wheels, and that combination is only on these 1,000 units. And so they say that Ford is trying to kind of get into the aftermarket scene where people customize their cars. They're saying, hey, why don't we do little custom versions? And this seems like a really cool idea. And then they'll do special limited edition drops. This first one, again, is just 1,000 units in as the Desert Rising. It's part of what they're calling the Bronco Horizon season.
Here's the only thing, and this is not necessarily related. However, I don't think I'd copy off of Nike right now.
Nike has been struggling. Let me see where they're.
Nike's not just. I'll tell you. I've got it right in front of me. Nike a year ago was at $76. Exactly 1 year ago today was at $76.68.
So it's off 44.85% over last year.
It is down to $42 today.
Dang.
But great job on the shoe jobs, guys. But I'm just saying that, like,
geez. In fact, Nike has been falling
for years
since 2021.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Oh my goodness, they were at $170 a share back in 2021.
Jeez,
bro.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is Ford, settle down. I get the scarcity thing. They do this in the watch world too, Ethan. This is a huge thing in the watch world where they'll go, hey, there's this thing and we're only making 600 of them. And they do the thing now where they do applications and then you're in a pool and then you may or may not you'll get the rejection. People post, because I follow watches and stuff, and people will post being rejected like, hey, your application to get that limited watch just got rejected.
Right.
And it creates this thing where they go, that to me goes, I don't want to be a part of I don't want to get a denial letter from a watch company.
Yeah.
And these watches, the watch game can get expensive.
It can get out of control.
But these aren't like the type that are, these are like an Omega Swatch kind of like collab. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now Omegas are super expensive. Swatches are not. Now Swatch owns Omega now. But they'll do the thing where they kind of make their models, but it'll be like with the Swatch materials. Not to get too wonky about it, but the reality is that you're talking about a watch that's between $200 and $400 versus a watch that's $5,000.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they do your application got denied for that $200 limited run watch, and then you go, oh, well, I'm going to put it in next time faster, or whatever.
Yeah.
You get this vibe of I've got to have this thing. I get it. The thing is. It's smart.
Is it because
smart.
they reject you? Because if they hadn't said anything, then you wouldn't feel so emotional about it.
Right, but instead, I'm
they
telling you.
They specifically tell you that you were not accepted.
People are posting their denial letters. Got my letter. And then there's the people that put their just feeling blessed today, and they have their acceptance letter. Like they got into Harvard. They're buying a watch.
Now they have an opportunity to pay
buy a
money
watch.
for this.
Yeah. And so this is kind of the same vibe. We create this artificial scarcity. Because the reality is Ford is desperate to sell units, right?
Yeah.
It's not that the desert sand color paint is hard to come by. It's they've decided they'll put it on this model, and it's going to come off the factory floor that way, and it's limited. It's limited. Hey, Ethan, it's limited.
Well, I think people will like this a lot. I think it's a smart thing to do because it gives you the chance to have a custom vehicle that you didn't have to customize yourself. Right? Custom paint job that's rare. Maybe no one else even in your city is going to have this. They're only doing 1,000, so the chances of you coming across another one like it are very, very low, but you didn't have to go through all that. Bronco designers did it, and it's going to look cool, and they do look cool. Orders officially opened on July 27th, so just at the beginning of this week. And anyway, you can go in and order one, and they're taking orders till they're gone. They're doing 1,000, so... And then we'll see what else. So Ford says that they can do this across their whole line. This isn't they're not just doing special edition Broncos. They can do special edition whatever they want. This is just the first one. Hey, I like it. I think it's a cool way to go.
Ethan, I'm going to make you be nimble. You ready for this?
Hold on. Can I mention one thing before we pivot to that?
You're so scared.
You're so
scared of being nimble.
Well, just so people know. Southbound I-15, mile marker 312, there's a tire in the center of the road.
312 is like what up here in...
I'm not sure where that is.
Man.
I don't know where the mile mark, what the mile markers are.
No, that's like right here.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right,
it's like
well,
close
if you're
to downtown.
Well, keep your eyes out for.
I might be lying.
Or it's tire debris, so it looks like big pieces of a tire.
Yeah. All right, Ethan, I'm going to make you be nimble because every day we have a little bit of, I feel like we have Ozempic news every day.
Oh, do
so let's
we?
jump in. Let's get some health class right here, and we'll get some, and we'll get an update on Ozempic. Let's do it.
Just as awkward as it was in junior high. It's time for KSL Brightside's health class.
I told Ethan earlier today that anything that he does wrong on the show, I'll go, sounds like the GLP-1 talking here. GLP-1 fog brain. Or if
GLP-1
there's anything
bad attitude.
if there's anything disagreeable about you, oh, you got that GLP-1 face on. But we do have some Ozempic news from today.
Yeah, we do. And I'm sorry. I got fixated on the tire debris.
Yeah.
And so I was not ready for this. But hold on a second.
Sorry, I told you. I asked you to be nimble, man.
I know you did. You
How
did.
dare you.
This is on me. So if you'll give me just a second. Because part of the problem, too, is my computer turned off. So this is what used to always happen. So my laptop would just go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then this week it started turning off, like between segments.
Yeah, that's what you call trying to get. You got to get a new one.
And here's the problem is computers are not reliable. So
well,
all right,
Ethan, a couple things.
No, I've got it here.
You got it in front of you?
I've got it here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So according to a new study, GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy are
fake. That's a fake name.
They are creating a measurable change in labor participation. So they're saying that among the people with obesity, taking one of these medications was associated with a 1.2% point increase in employment over the following year. They also found that they worked about 0.8 of 1 hour more per week on average. So about almost an hour more per week on average, which, you add that up over the years, and that's a meaningful amount of extra time, meaningful amount of extra money. So the study focused on adults who had previously were limited in their ability to work based on their obesity. And so they're saying that these drugs introduced improved mobility, better health, fewer work-limiting conditions, and that has a trickle-up effect on employment.
So we're better workers, and we're getting better employment. Is that why the stock market's up today?
Well, yeah.
We got that Ozempic work market. We got that Ozempic job market.
And I guess when you think about it, it does make some sense because obesity is a big enough problem for many people that, employment becomes difficult. And so if you can get a handle on that, and what's amazing, what's so interesting about this? We've always had the option to diet, right? That has always been an option for everyone on earth, is to eat less and move more. But that's so easy to say. It's so easy to just say that. And
it's the worst. It's been the biggest battle of my entire life.
It's the hardest thing to do. And every dieting experience has always felt so white knuckle, like you're just barely hanging on. You're barely hanging on.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great way to put it.
But what the GLP-1 drugs do is that it makes dieting the easiest thing in the world. It makes dieting so easy. And it makes some sense that people who are able to lose that weight see better employment prospects.
Never mind that the other study that I saw today on Ozempic is that it's taken the joy and spark out of the intimacy of marriages. No problem.
It has really?
That's what it says.
I didn't see that.
See, I would think that you'd be like, "Hey, man, you're looking good." You know what I mean?
Well, one of the potential side effects. Now, there are side effects that kind of are really super common. One of the more rare side effects is as the GLP-1, as you lose your interest in food, you can lose your interest in just everything. Which, to be honest, there have been days.
Sucks.
There have been days where I feel like I felt that.
Yeah.
But that is kind of among the more rare.
Hey, kids,
side effects.
Dad loves you most days, but today was an injection day. Is that how it works? All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got our AI question of the day. Then we'll pass things off to Tim Hughes, who's taken over this week for Jeff Kaplan on the afternoon news. We will return. More to go right around the corner. Stay here. It is KSL Brightside.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Is your AC running nonstop and your power bill still climbing?
If your windows are original to the house, you're paying to cool the whole neighborhood. I'm Nate with Advanced Window Products. Today only, July 30th, we're taking $3,000 off when you buy 10 or more windows, plus a free upgrade to our high-performance series. Foam-filled frames, low E366 glass with an I-89 coating, built for Utah's brutal summer heat. These windows also qualify for rebates up to $5.50 per square foot from Rocky Mountain Power and Dominion Energy. We manufacture, install, and back these windows for life with no middleman. That's a $200 value per window. Call Advanced Window Products, 801-850-9100. $3,000 off when you buy 10 or more windows, and a free upgrade to our high-performance series. If you need one more day, we'll take your call tomorrow, July 31st. But after that, this deal is gone for good. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100.
Looking for your next big win? Head to KSL.com/win and enter this week's contest. You could win a pair of tickets to Zach Bryan live at Rice-Eccles Stadium, the Guess Who Tour at the Maverick Center, Cheer on Real Salt Lake, or the Utah Royals, and so much more. Whether you love live music, theater, or cheering on your favorite team, there's a prize with your name on it. It only takes a minute to enter, and you could be our next big winner. Don't miss your chance. Visit KSL.com/win today. Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good night's sleep.
Wow, this is the time of year when the temperatures are off the chart, and it's not the time for us to go into our backyards where it is so warm, fire up the hot grill, and then slap on a steak, and then stand there and try to make it taste as good as Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. First of all, it's impossible. So why not just go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse for the best meal you have had all summer long. The steaks cooked to perfection, other wonderful entrees as well, from seafood to poultry, you name it, the side dishes, the desserts. You don't have to do the cleanup. You don't have to stand there over the hot grill. You just sit back in that air-conditioned comfort with the people you love, and you have a dining experience that you're going to remember. Hotel Park City up in Summit County, there's a Ruth's Chris there, and downtown Salt Lake City, 275 Southwest Temple.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, our last segment here on KSL Brightside before we pass things off to the afternoon news. And I had a double take on a headline today that I saw at KSL.com because I had to think about it for a minute. But reading the article, it made sense. Flooding likely killed thousands of fish at southern Utah reservoir, wildlife officials say. And I had the first response that you had, Alex, and that is, how did flooding kill these fish? They live in the water. You know what I mean?
Oh. I knew
flooding kills land animals.
Yeah.
Flooding doesn't kill fish.
No, I knew
that was my response.
I knew there was something to this, obviously, because I asked what was my text to you? I was like, fake news. This is what the liberal media wants you to think, that a bunch of fish drown in water.
So,
but the reality is there's probably some science.
This is actually real. This is Minersville Reservoir, and the flooding off of the burn scar that they're getting has killed. It's generated significant fish kill.
So the stuff it brought into the water,
fish.
that it introduced into the water.
The ash, the extra dirt, things like that, and basically it reduces the amount of oxygen. Fish need oxygen like we do. They get it differently. And they're estimating about 2,000 trout were killed, and they say that reservoir is going to stink for a while those fish just make their way through the process of.
You made me so grossed out by that. Hey, everybody, this reservoir is going to stink for a while. Anyway.
Just so you know, they've got a photo.
You think Steve will roll up there and be like, thank you very much. Those new fish tacos going on. Thank you very much. Scoop them off the top. You don't have to catch anything.
You know, this is an interesting thought.
You know what that is? It's not dry aged, it's wet aged. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
How long could a dead fish sit in a lake before it is not good to eat?
Well, I think at some point it sits long enough and it gets even better.
Oh, does it?
Alex Brown shook me off so quick. He's like, no, it does not. Abort. Don't eat it. Yeah, I guess I'll relinquish. You shouldn't eat that fish. Darn it. Don't eat it. Okay?
I'm looking this up. How much can a dead fish stay before it can't be eaten?
Before it can't be eaten?
Oh, well, here you go.
Tomorrow.
A dead fish found floating or lying in a lake is never safe to eat and should always be thrown away. So there you go. Unfortunately for Steve.
Tomato, I'll try it out.
Unfortunately for Steve, this is not going to be an opportunity for him to generate another business opportunity. But
hey, speaking of generating a business opportunity, we were talking about. Remember we were talking about Beck Street yesterday, and we were like, "Oh, you'll probably get a rock chip." I drive there almost every day. Sometimes I don't do it. Sometimes I do, but I definitely had a rock hit my window.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm there all the time. It's not like I'm like, what? But I mean, like, there's rocks everywhere.
Well, and they're coming off those trucks.
But the trucks will say
not all of those trucks are.
But you know how the trucks are. I'm hitting a nerve with Ethan because the trucks will say on the back of them, "Stay back 500 feet. We're not responsible for anything on planet Earth," and
which is false.
Right.
If a rock falls off that truck and hits you, they are responsible. The problem is they're going to deny it.
So I just wanted to bring it up because now it didn't do. It hit. We were going slow enough. Like it was like right when I we're probably going 35. We had just kind of like picked up. I saw it too and went, ooh, and it hit it was a small one, and I saw it jump up, and it hit my the windshield. Didn't do anything. Maybe it weakened it. I don't know.
Made it feel bad.
Right. So then I immediately went to when this happened to Ethan, and he gets a rock chip, and then he just starts making phone calls and thinks that he's Matt friggin' Gephardt over here and wants to do some investigative journalism years ago.
I called
the company.
I called the company.
Company. Yeah.
And I was very polite. And I was very polite. I was very cordial.
Hey, this is Ethan Miller from KSL News Radio.
I didn't even but they had put signs on their truck saying we're not responsible for broken windshields.
Which is not true.
Right. And I pointed that out. And the lady started yelling at me.
Yeah.
And so we hung up. And then the owner of the company called KSL, tried to get me fired.
Yeah. It was awesome.
I remember having to go in, and I remember our old HR director called me and she said, "Hey, will you come in and sit down for a minute?" I sat down. She goes,
gosh.
"Will you tell me just tell me what happened?"
Okay, I'm coming off the freeway.
Because
Did she want to know what happened with the rock chip, or she want to know what happened with the phone conversation?
With all of it, and because that person had gotten like impressively high up the chain here at KSL.
Yes. We've had it happen.
He got the ear of some important people, and I had to go in and explain my side, but. I think that might be why
I think about that quite often. Just ways to get under Ethan's skin. I'll go, yeah, but I got that rock chip, but they're not responsible, so I feel bad that I chipped my own car's windshield with. I couldn't avoid that rock fast enough. I felt bad that I wasn't able to do that for myself.
I tried to dodge it.
There's certain things that I know will.
Oh yeah.
That will pique Ethan's interest. All right.
When I see that sign, I feel like that sign is not appropriate to put on trucks.
Ethan, we've got a question that we've got to ask AI, and of course, it's our AI question of the day.
When Google just isn't enough, and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
Okay. I assume you wanted a different question. I already asked the question about whether or not you can eat dead lake fish.
I'm following it up. Yeah, but really, how long? No, mine is. I was going into this because was it USA Today that did the story about that misled you with Costco's ruining your life
with the parking lot wars
with the parking lot war. Yeah. Look, Costco needed USA Today's like, look, Costco's had way too many positive stories lately.
Let's take him down a notch.
I'm going to take him down a notch. Start talking about how there's basically it's Sharks versus Jets in the parking lot.
You love their prices, but have you ever been to their parking lot?
They make it sound like it's just. So I asked AI. I asked Copilot.
Okay.
Hey, what retailer is the worst parking lot experience?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Okay. Any guesses?
We had some speculations.
We did.
We had a few votes for BYU football games. We had a few votes for Home Depots. We had a few votes for casinos.
Oh yeah. Casinos are interesting because
they got parking for days.
Yeah,
usually.
and they're free because I mean typically, right? You go.
Well, it depends on where you are.
Yeah, you go. But I mean that was the big thing. Like I remember going to Vegas and being like,
on the Strip they used to be free.
Right?
But
Are they not anymore?
No, they're not anymore.
If you're looking for if you're looking for retailers that are the most often that people complain about, not because the stores are bad, but because the parking lots can be chaos. Number 1, Costco.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it's on there. So you need to shut your mouth about it because you owe USA Today a dang apology.
My apologies to USA Today.
Trader Joe's number 2. We did not bring up Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
Walmart number 3, Target number 4. These are all places you frequent.
These are all my stores.
I know.
Yeah.
Home Depot number 5, that came up.
I don't do Home Depot. I do Ace. We've
Ooh,
got Ace.
IKEA? We didn't bring it up. And then how about this one? Chick-fil-A. Have you been there? It's French.
Gosh. Chick-fil-A is a chaos
It's pretty
parking
bad.
lot.
It's
That
pretty
is
bad.
true, yeah.
All right. Speaking of chaos, the news. It's going to get wrangled for you, though. Tim Hughes is standing by right here. Stay with us. KSL Brightside. We'll see you tomorrow.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It's 3 o'clock at KSL News Radio, and in for Jeff Kaplan today, I'm Tim Hughes. The sun and the heat have returned. It is 93 degrees in Salt Lake City. KSL's top story this hour, healthcare advocates are sounding the alarm, claiming recent changes to Medicaid are wreaking havoc on the healthcare system. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson is live to explain. Heather?
Tim, the One Big Beautiful Bill signed last